Are you willing to sacrifice your life?
The fuck was that, Ken?
Joey Fats Radio, row 1, seat 1.
I've been loving every second. I'm not rooting for injuries openly, but
I just pretended that was Brian Deegan.
I'm so fucking pumped. I'd be like, yeah, bitch, fuck
I will do that.
I'm gonna find him on LinkedIn and be like, "Did you punch a kid in the face? Tell me the truth."
All right, Sean brought his A game tonight. All right, okay, I like it. I like where this is going. And I don't want to put this as like a thing. Like he wasn't a bad guy, as far as
Who
we
said
know.
he was a bad guy?
I don't know, but I feel like we're painting him in this light that he was like this bad guy, and I don't want to do that. To this day, I hope you hear this. Fuck you. But rules are rules, okay? Stupid rule, but it was a rule. If you were a Crip and you were cooling in the cut, what do the Bloods do? Are they booling in the butt? Yep. Also, we are extremely juvenile, and yeah, whatever. Fuck you. All right.
You fucking smacked me in the ass, you dumb fuck.
Microphone's way out there.
way out.
Well, this is a what a way to end. Wait, is this echoey?
No,
No, it's just me.
it's just you.
Okay. What a way to end this 2025 season with a full house at the table.
Yeah.
Our full-time host Paul is making another cameo tonight, and he is here. Ladies and
Full-time.
gentlemen, we've got Plizzy in the building.
Yeah, what up?
It is a good night to be us. It's a great night to be alive. Why does this sound so echoey? Can you not?
No, it doesn't. It sounds pretty crisp.
I'm hearing like myself though. It's I don't know. Something's echoing.
No, you're
Maybe-
good.
all right,
Even on the live feed, you're fine.
All right,
Yeah,
maybe it's
it
just
sounds
me.
fine over
Maybe it's
here.
just me. All right, I can hear it. I can hear it in my own fucking head. It's gonna piss me off, but that's okay. As long as nobody else can hear it, it doesn't ruin the show. It's fine. Joey Fats Radio, row 1, seat 1. Thank you all for joining us on this absolutely beautiful Tuesday evening. Happy almost Insurrection Day, boys. We were so close to
Jesus
an insurrection 5 years ago. Happy almost insurrection, so we got that going for us. And also, congratulations to the end of the 2025 season. It is a wrap. The playoffs are here. The brackets are set. The tournament is about to begin. And we are live here on the one, the only, the New Bedford Guide to talk about it with you for the next couple of hours. Now, where do we begin? Where do we begin?
Wow. Fucking
Paul's-
pen exploded out of there.
Paul's going to style us over here. I don't know what the fuck he needs a stylist for.
Me neither.
There's absolutely nothing that is going to come out of your head that you need a stylist for. So
Just,
We can start with the
I mean, it's just-
insane number of axings at the head coaching position. What was it, 7, 8? We're at 7, right?
7. We're at 7 right now, which means that we probably got a couple left to go.
You got to get rid of Mike McDaniel, right? You got to get
You
rid of
would
him.
think so.
He's just straight dog shit.
He's ass.
I think Sean McDermott is gone.
I mean,
Sean
let's-
McDonkey.
So let's be,
Al Qaeda?
let's. So we'll start off. Listen. First of all, we've got a ton of shit to get in. We're gonna get into we're gonna get into the playoff bracket. We're gonna get into wild card weekend. We'll get into my Broncos locking down the number 1 seed, despite what y'all fucking told me. Fuck you. Double barrel middle finger right there to anybody not a Broncos fan who doubted us, doubted Bo Nix, doubted this defense, doubted Sean Payton. Only one time, too, by the way, just so you guys know, going into these playoffs, only once in Sean Payton's history has he been the 1 seed and not made it to a Super Bowl. Do you remember why he didn't make it to a Super Bowl when he was the 1 seed?
Fuck out of my way. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Bingo.
That was the Rams, right?
Yep.
Yeah. When they got stomped by the Patriots that year, right?
Yes.
They only scored like 3 points, 6 points, something like that.
That should have been Drew Brees versus Tom Brady in that Super Bowl, but the refs apparently missed the most blatant pass interference call of all time.
Why wouldn't they want that?
And they were just like,
Like, why wouldn't they want that matchup?
nobody knows.
The money that would have generated.
Nobody knows
I mean-
the trouble I've seen.
It already generates a shit.
Nobody knows Drew Brees' sorrow.
Oh, he still won one.
But he got one back in 06. But yeah, so I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna do a lot of fucking flexing tonight, because I don't know about you. Paul, I know your team's not playing this weekend,
No.
but my team's not playing this weekend either, so it's not all bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, there's two of us, two fan bases that don't have to sweat it out this weekend.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy that's over with, to be honest with you. You know.
And for the rest of y'all, you know, that's all fine and well, you know. So we are back, baby. We are back. The Broncos are back. Bo Nix is here. He is alive. He is going to stay. And yeah, Johnny, I know. I told you we were winning 13 plus games preseason. Y'all wanted to doubt me. You didn't listen. You didn't listen. You know, I said last year, and you say I was right for once in a decade, but I will disagree with that because I was definitely right last year. Because I'm pretty sure I got the receipts too when I posted them. Pretty sure I won like just over a grizzle on betting the Broncos to win exactly 10 games last year. So, you know, I mean, I've been right at least the last 2 years. And you know what? I'll continue to be right this year. You know what I was wrong about this year, though? The Raiders. I went back and listened to our prediction show before the season started.
Yep.
Man, was I dead wrong about the Raiders. I thought the Raiders would actually have a pulse this year, but I forgot they're an absolute shit-tier franchise, and they don't do anything right. And they just suck, and they've sucked for the last 23 years, and they're going to continue to suck for the next 23 years. I hope they draft that fucking kid from Indiana, Mendoza, and I hope they go out and they
Indiana,
hire...
no, he's
I'm sorry,
Alabama.
Alabama. No, he's not. He's Indiana. He just waxed Alabama.
Sorry, I thought he was Alabama.
Jesus Christ. I hope they go out and draft him, and I hope they ruin his career like they've done for every quarterback they've drafted in the last 23 years. So, anyway, enough about the Raiders, but this show is going to be a little bit of about we are going to have a little bit of accountability on this show tonight because we are not a hot take show. We are not Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless. We're not Nick Wright. We're not Ryan Clark. We don't just sit here and say things for the sake of saying things and trying to get people mad and ruffle some feathers. Now, you might not like what we have to say, but that doesn't mean that we're saying it just to say it to piss you off. Okay? Like Nick Wright saying that the Broncos would finish 4th in the division this year was rage bait through and through.
He was just a dickhead, though.
Because he's a dumbass and he's overpaid and he has no business being on TV. But that's 90% of the talking heads on television. So that all being said, we don't do that on the show, so we're actually going to have a little bit of accountability. I went back and listened to our prediction show from September. One of the teams I whiffed on, obviously, like I said, was the Raiders. The other one I whiffed on was the Minnesota Vikings. I definitely whiffed a little bit on the Bills. I thought the Bills would be better than what they are. And the Ravens, actually. I had the Ravens running away with the AFC North.
I think so did I.
And I think a lot of people did. But you know what? We'll talk about that as the show rolls along. We will go back. We will talk about it. A month ago, Sean and I put together a playoff bracket. About a month ago.
I use it. I gotta get away from saying that.
I said it.
No, we've been doing that for like a month straight because I've made the Drake May MVP thing. So obviously you know what I'm doing when I say this. I use it. I say it. You know what I'm referencing? Yeah, of course.
So I had to show my wife that video the other because she had no idea what you were talking about, and I'm like, no, Sean's been doing this. And I told her I got to add it to the intro. Like I got to work it in somehow.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm gonna revive the intro for next week. But I was like, yeah, I got to work that in there. And she's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like,
can I borrow a pencil?
And I was like, oh, I'm like, you don't remember this? This is like early YouTube days of the school teacher when the kid and it's like it's the news thing and the kid's just like, oh, come on, you guys don't remember this?
Of course I remember it.
I don't think I can play it.
You cannot play that.
No, because we'll get banned if we play that now.
We will be kicked off the Bedford Guide immediately.
Yeah, that would not go well.
Immediately. And they send the
echoing.
female black reporter to go do the
That's
interview.
why it was echoing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they sent a black female reporter to interview the teacher that used the N-word with the student.
Oh
remember?
my God.
And he's like, "Can you lend a ninja a pencil?"
Oh, yeah.
And he's got like the sweater on. And then
all right.
the best way to watch it though is watch the video first, and then go find the Jamie Foxx Snoop Dogg reaction video to it, which is even fucking.
Oh yes. First of all,
I remember what you're talking
Paul,
about. Yeah,
a year ago, I referenced that video. My wife was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" I showed her the video, and she was like, "What was that? Saturday Night Live?" And I was like, That was real life.
Yeah, that was a news. I remember.
That was
the
that was not a skit. That was a real deal.
She thought it was like, she was like, there's no way someone did that. And I was like, that's real life. That person's real.
That was like 06, 07.
That person is real.
Yeah, probably. That was like 20 years ago now.
It was early YouTube days. But anyway. But yeah, so Sean and I did the playoff bracket, what, a month ago, right?
exactly
before
a month
Christmas.
ago today.
Okay, yeah, so
We
beginning of
nailed
December.
every team in both conferences except one. We had the Buccaneers over the Panthers.
Which is
Oops.
crazy. Which is
I mean,
crazy
which-
because the Bucks were almost right there
And,
anyway.
and, like, how do you lose, what, 80 of your last 9 games if you're for the Bucks?
That's fucking historic.
Gee,
How
I
does
don't know.
it's Bowles, right? Is the head coach?
Was.
He got fired today.
Wait.
Todd Bowles? I don't think they fired.
No.
They
it
did
was
not fire
Raheem
him.
Morris got fired. I'm sorry. not
Raheem
Todd Bowles.
Morris played there.
Yes. Raheem Morris was the coach years ago. No, you're right. Todd Bowles did not get fired.
He might get fired.
He might. I don't know how he can't. If you're going to fire Raheem Morris for going 8-9 in 2 years with the Atlanta Falcons, despite his GM overpaying for Kirk Cousins and drafting Michael Penix inexplicably with the 8th overall pick, if you don't fire that, if you're going to fire Raheem Morris for that, then you kind of have to fire Todd Bowles, right? I mean, you went 8-9. That's like some Josh McDaniels 2009 Denver Broncos shit. You know, where you start the season 6-0 only to finish 8-8.
Yeah, I mean,
That's pathetic. I mean, it's horribly pathetic.
I think there's been coaches that have held on to jobs long, even after going. I mean, even Pete Carroll.
Yo, who
John,
was-
hey, Johnny, just so you know, I will continue to flex because I was right, as usual. As usual. You might say the other 9 years, but you don't. You it's because context is lost upon you, and because you don't understand things like sarcasm. Like when I pick the Broncos to go 16-0 every single year, it's not because I actually think they're going 16-0. It's this new thing called a joke. I tend to tell them sometimes, but I wouldn't expect you to be able to read between the lines. But I will. And yeah, actually we're up to 26 viewers right now. So that ego for the 25 viewers, we're up to 26. So I appreciate it, and I'm sure you're still one of them, which actually somehow still makes you the cuck. So whatever. Enjoy that. But anyhow, I mean, I would shit on you more, but you're already a Raiders fan, so it's just like, why bother? It's just your whole existence is just fucking pathetic at this point.
I was like, why can't I see this? And I forgot I'm blocked.
Yeah, right. Oh no, it's on the New Bedford Guide. He's right in there in New Bedford Guide on
No,
the chat.
I'm blocked.
Oh yeah. Well, he must have. No, I'm blocked too. So
I can't see it.
I mean, but I did go back to whatever. It doesn't matter. But anyhow, enough about that. Let's get into Bloody Monday, Black Monday, Bloody Monday. 7 coaches fired before. I mean, what we lost. Kevin Stefanski was fired on Sunday. Like before the fucking game was barely even over. Like the bodies weren't even cold.
He should have been fired.
I don't think Kevin Stefanski should have been fired at all.
Why not?
Stefanski was the least of the Cleveland Browns' problem.
Really?
How about we fucking fire the GM that gave the $230 million fully guaranteed contract to a fucking rapist?
What
He's
about
the biggest cap hit this year. Isn't
but what about both? I think the GM and the head coach, you fire both of them.
he? I mean, I'm
I mean,
glad.
Stefanski, how many quarterbacks did Stefanski have in that
5, 6
quarterbacks?
Yeah, he had
He's had
Dylan
at least-
Gabriel.
He's had at least 14 quarterbacks in his time as head coach.
As his whole
And-
time.
and
I
now
thought
for
you meant
another-
this year in the room.
Didn't
How
Kevin
many did they have in
Stefanski
the
win
room?
Coach of the Year twice?
Yes.
Like, okay,
He's
so
not great. Come on.
No, I think Kevin Stefanski is going to get hired here within days.
What to the Ravens?
If I was the Ravens, I would be
Jesus.
rolling out the red carpet for right now. If I'm the Ravens, I'm looking at Vance Joseph and Kevin Stefanski. That's my
Yeah,
That's
you
my
know,
1 and 1A.
I don't think they go after Vance Joseph. I don't think Vance Joseph gets a lot of action.
Well,
I think teams need to think of him as
honestly,
just defensive guy.
I hope he doesn't because I really want him to come back as our DC
Yeah,
again
sure.
next year.
He
I-
just fits that role better. They're just like the McDaniels. He doesn't fit as a head coach.
I don't think
He's better
McDaniels
off
gets
an
any-
OC.
I
No,
don't-
I'm just saying, like, it's like that thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like Vance Joseph would just say the DC for the fucking Broncos and just keep trying to win championships because they're right there. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, VJ could probably have, by the time the Bo Nix era, Sean Payton era is over, I'm thinking we could probably have
He'll be on the screen.
three or 4 rings.
but
is
who's
my guess.
all right? You know, in other years, you know how last year we were leaving this, we were saying, okay, Ben Johnson's the guy, Mike Vrabel's a free agent, he's the guy. There's nobody this year that you're gonna say he's the guy that's going to be the guy. You know what I mean? There's no coordinator out there that everyone's like clamoring for.
No, it's we had that with Eric Bieniemy a couple years ago.
No,
where-
we didn't.
Well, the media was clamoring over him,
And then no team
and then
wanted
every
him.
team was just like, "Whoa, fuck that." McDaniels was that guy for a couple of rounds.
There was some whispers right now
You
for
know,
it.
he went to Denver, he fucked Denver. Then he went to Oakland, he fucked Oakland.
Oh,
Which I
big
mean,
time.
Oakland was fucked before he got there, but he just doubled down on it. And then he left the Indianapolis Colts at the altar as well. So that was like, which honestly,
Going for the best.
fucking Colts were just like they were like Neo in the Matrix. They're like,
I'm
nope.
not. I was just saying, I'm really not.
See
mad
you
about
later.
that.
No, that worked out for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will flex that one extra viewer, bruh. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about. Don't worry about
My
my
team's a whole
Oh,
nother
you're
dumpster fire.
you're still one of the viewers on my show, John.
You
Just
know-
so you know,
you know
you're
the-
still watching.
I'm sorry earlier.
I know you can't turn away.
I
know
said
you can't
Anthony-
turn away 'cause
Anthony,
you
we
love
just
it
said-
too much.
You pissed me
You know, earlier today, I was just giving like a list of like random updates, and I just randomly throw in the chat. I was like, "Oh wow, the Colts named Anthony Richardson starter," and Paul's just like, "Fuck off."
Yeah, I'm like, get out of here. Like,
And I was like, "Nah, I'm just messing with
I
you."
was like, fuck, man. I'm like, honestly, I think we should just roll with Riley Leonard.
"No, that's
Just hire Philip Rivers as his quarterback coach. The dude lives a mile down the street from
no,
him.
he's not coming back again."
Yeah, we're gonna hire him as a fucking quarterback coach.
Honestly, bro, Riley Leonard threw up a 30 piece on the Texans defense, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Riley Leonard's should be our guy as far as going forward right now. We should probably trade Richardson and
Is that yours?
I don't know, maybe Michael Pittman. Is it?
Yeah, I was getting feedback.
There we go.
Oh,
we should probably
maybe that's where the echo was coming from.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
but
damn.
it was. I was hitting it in my
Why you
headphones out
guys
of
just-
nowhere.
yeah,
No,
why-
just now.
Well, I was gonna say, how come you guys' pickups are so damn good? Like,
Johnny wants to know if my ego would be this big without the steroids.
oh Jesus.
Should
here
we break
go.
the bad news to him?
I would.
Fucking-
I would like steroids if
Oh man,
possible.
if I actually took if I actually juiced, like actually juiced, my God, dude,
I'll take test.
I would be Brian Shaw.
It's not juicing though.
No, it's not.
No, test isn't juice.
Test is normal. That's what I said. I'd take test.
Test is you can go to your doctor and get test.
I
You
know,
You're,
it's
if you're
not
old
even
enough,
on
you go
that.
to your doctor to get test.
Fuck it. Sorry, what were we just talking about?
We were talking about the dumpster fire that was the Colts real quick, but we don't have to get into that
Nah,
right now because we were still on some other shit. For,
Well, no. So
for
we're talking about coaches getting fired first. So
Yeah.
first and foremost, obviously the John Harbaugh news comes out today. It breaks a couple hours ago. Baltimore fires Harbaugh, which I think is gonna be one of the dumbest decisions I've seen
Well, they made a pick.
in a long time. And yes, you're right, because there was a choice to be made here. It was between John Harbaugh and Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
Because if you remember in the post-game interview, post-game press conference, Lamar Jackson had an opportunity. They served it up to him on a silver platter to come out and say, nope, John Harbaugh is my guy. He's my dude. I like him, and I want him to stay on board as the head coach. And he did not take that opportunity. He whined and bitched like the little bitch that he is, because I've lost all respect for Lamar Jackson, by
Dude,
the
he
way.
cussed out the kicker in the post game.
Bro, he is
Yeah, what are you doing?
he is the
bro?
biggest crybaby, whiny, wannabe superstar that he is the James Harden of the NFL.
Yes, finally, people have come around that I
Like,
just can't stand James Harden.
He like, dude, you've won nothing.
and expects everything.
You've put up stats and you've won nothing, and you expect to be treated like Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or Larry Bird or Magic Johnson or name a great here or there. Like but you are not that guy.
100%. And
Take
and
Russ
this
Westbrook
year,
over here.
he came in for that last game, did okay in that last game. Obviously, that last fourth quarter was insane to watch go back and forth. He did not show up for that entire season. This season, he was always hurt. He bitched out of games. That Patriots game, he got tackled, and he's like, my back. And he took himself out of the game. Come on. He
Dude,
got a back.
he's a straight bitch, bro. I'm sorry, like, and I mean bitch in like the most respectful way.
Yeah, they're professional athletes. I get it. But
Um,
like he took himself out of games for no reason.
He bitched out. He quit on his team. For all intents and purposes, he quit on his fucking team.
My back hurts.
And he's like, my back hurts. And then Snoop Henley had to come in and almost save the season, and did save the season for them up until, their rookie kicker couldn't, make a field goal, which I don't even blame the kicker for. Like, kickers miss field goals. It happens all the time.
Dude,
It's
he's a rookie.
listen, kickers miss kicks all the time. Not some miss more than others, some miss
That
less
was
than
the
others.
biggest kick in that kid's life at that point. It was an in-season playoff.
But you know, I'm not sure if I messaged it to you guys. Boswell missed a point after touchdown,
Yeah, right
which
before.
he never misses.
Yeah,
right.
Right.
And then Boswell looked at the field almost immediately, and I was like, maybe something was up with that field. You know what I mean? Maybe the field was kind of like fucked up.
You ever played on like a field that like was just wet, but now it's dried and it's got all them peaks and
Yeah, it's
that
pivoted.
shit? You know what I'm
Yeah, it's
saying? Like
pivoted.
all fucked up. Like I don't know the
Yeah,
term
I
right.
mean, well,
Maybe
they were-
that was kind
I
of
don't know, but
going down.
they centered that ball. Lamar took the knee, dead center between
I
the hashes.
hated that call too.
I did too. I don't like that. I know most kickers prefer to be on one
Derek
hash or the other.
Henry
I'll tell
is
you what.
running 6.5 yards a carry. Let's have Lamar run it sideways and call a timeout. What the fuck are you doing?
I think because if they had run the ball traditionally, I think they might have lost it. They might not have had enough time. If
no,
I
you
go
still
back,
have a timeout.
No, I know, but I go if the play might have taken longer than what was on the clock.
No, they had 9 seconds.
Was it 9?
9 seconds
I
because
thought it
then
was
Harbaugh
5
on
or
the
6.
sideline was like, call it 3 seconds to go. He waited
Yeah,
6
you're
seconds.
Right, you're right.
It's
Yep.
stupid.
Yeah, that
Derrick
was pretty
Henry
fucking
busts
dumb.
through, but then they're like, "Go down, hurry up and slide." He said, "Nobody touches him. They just let the clock run out." 'cause
Imagine if Derrick
you
Henry-
can't call a
he just
timeout
runs to the
mid-play,
end zone.
right? Yeah, if you're like, "Fuck it, got to run," I guess gets tackled.
Dude, again, with not using Derrick Henry. It made no sense. He did 6.5 yards a carry that entire game again, and they were like, don't use him again.
So maybe I have to now. So we look at the Harbaugh firing. I have to wonder now. Like, is this the lack of Henry usage when you look at, let's say, that Buffalo game in Week 1 when they coughed up that lead.
Didn't use him at all.
Late in the game, they didn't use him. He dusted the Bills for 3 quarters, and then they inexplicably went away from him.
Because he's on a rotation.
Well, then you get
Not
to
in the first game.
Then you get to the Patriots
Oh.
game where they're up 11, and they just don't give the ball to Derrick Henry ever again.
Well, it wasn't his turn.
And I'm like, what do you mean it wasn't his turn? So I'm wondering now because Snoop Hundley was in that game, Lamar was out for that game. I'm wondering now maybe if they're looking back at this, like, what did Harbaugh do? Maybe Harbaugh. What do they call this in the professional world? And in my former profession, deconstructed resignation. Like where you basically do enough just to get fired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where like you come in and be like, listen, I ain't doing the shit you're gonna tell me to do. So you can either fire me or we can drag this out for a month or two until you do.
But why would he
You
want to
know,
get
like,
fired?
Because maybe he saw the writing on the wall. Maybe
Tired of
he
the
knew.
shit, man.
Maybe he knew he was tied to Lamar. Maybe he didn't want to coach him. Maybe he did. And I'm not saying that's what happened, but it would be.
It could be.
I mean,
Well,
John
he's gonna
Harbaugh.
get another job if he wants it.
John Harbaugh's gonna have. He now can have whatever job he wants. All the jobs that are available, he can have them. In fact, he has gotten 7 phone calls. He had 7 phone calls when there was only 6 openings for teams that were interested. Meaning that one team,
Miami.
that was my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was on
because
Miami.
they're probably getting rid of fucking.
Because if they're like,
Dude,
well, I think Miami is
Mike
okay
McDaniel.
keeping Mike McDaniel for another year,
I don't think so.
unless they can get a John Harbaugh or
Well,
somebody that's
they don't
an
have a
immediate
GM right
upgrade.
now. Don't forget, they have no
They
GM.
don't.
And the
Yeah.
GM's
Well,
going to come
no,
in.
the GM they just hired has ties to Harbaugh. Does he not?
Miami has no GM yet.
Did they not
And
just
didn't
hire?
Did
Achane,
not.
didn't Achane sit out because he was like,
Oh
Fuck
no,
you,
they
basically?
interviewed.
No, HN was just like, "Yeah, I'm not playing, dude." And Mike was like, "All right, don't worry about it." And he's like, "All right, cool. I'm just letting you know I'm not playing." And then Water was like, "Yeah, me neither." And Mike's like, "Okay."
Wow, that's crazy.
That's
Like,
just-
what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, I mean, those are your like 2 biggest star guys, other than like Tua. But
Oh,
Tua,
the Finns requested to interview Chad Alexander today for GM,
Okay.
who has ties with to John Harbaugh. That's what it was.
That makes sense though. But you know what the other thing? Tua couldn't even see the game against the Patriots. They used both the other quarterbacks, and they refused to put Tua in, who had war paint on.
Yeah, he's like, fuck, I thought I was starting today. Fuck off. Dude, I don't know, dude. The Dolphins are unfortunately a mess, and I like the
Unfortunately,
Dolphins. I like the Dolphins.
when they cut him this offseason, it's a $99 million cap hit.
Oh, Jesus.
He's going to tank that team.
That's fucking atrocious, dude. Jesus Christ. Can't they unload that somewhere?
Who's gonna take that?
Cleveland.
Yo, Cleveland's like, listen, we're closed.
Probably.
Fucking right, they would. They'd be like, "What do you mean a guy who can actually play? What do you mean he's got 7 concussions like in like 1 year? You didn't know that?
1 year, 1 month.
Well, whatever it was, when he got fucking smoked those like 3 or 4 times.
Well, 2 is scrambled eggs at this point.
Dude,
I mean,
he's bad.
the
Man.
Dolphins
His
are
arm is
they're a
shot,
whole
too.
nother issue. But to
I feel bad for
but
the
when
kid.
it,
I
but
like
when
him.
it comes to Harbaugh, he has the option to go wherever he wants. Whatever job he wants, he is going to have.
Why do I?
Cardinals. He's going to the Cardinals.
What? Yeah. Why do I feel like?
I don't think I would go to the Cardinals if I was him.
No.
But he might go to the Cardinals and be like, I want full control of this whole operation, and they're like, done.
That's easy to say until Cardinals
the Falcons,
ownership gets
but-
impatient and
Nah.
Maybe the Falcons, like indoor, nice, cozy, warm weather. You know,
Didn't,
Georgia. You know,
well, Rich McKay is out in
Rich McKay is out.
in Atlanta.
They got rid of everybody in Atlanta.
So-
Everybody.
Maybe Atlanta's turning into maybe Atlanta's a place, a good landing spot for him.
give him Kirk Cousins to fuck
Honestly,
with and Penix.
if I'm
Kirk Cousins is out.
He's like, I just got away from a Lamar Jackson type dude. I don't want Penix. He ain't going to.
honestly, if I'm the New York Football Giants, I am on a private jet to pick up John Harbaugh right now and be like,
He would fit New York.
where do you want a tea time right now,
yeah,
sir?
yeah, with Jackson Dot.
Where do you want to go? Do you want to go to Dubai and play Troon? Do you want to
Troon Abu
do
Dhabi.
you want to do you want to go play Pebble Beach? Like
You
where
know
do
what membership
just
is?
just
Not
tell
that
me.
much money.
Yes, we've been over this.
Okay.
It's you're insane.
Yeah.
But
the flights there cost more than the fucking yearly
It does.
membership.
But-
Whatever.
but my point
Well,
is
it did when I looked.
if I'm the Giants, I am on the phone with John Harbaugh and his agent right now and being like, I don't know where you're going. I don't know where you're going, but New York is it's all you. Because unless Bill Belichick is deciding to come back to the pros, John Harbaugh is the next best option.
Yeah.
For the Giants, I mean, and that's what I would be doing. So if I'm the Giants, I'm all over the John
Yeah.
Harbaugh thing, because this is I mean, we all kind of like we've all talked about it a little bit, because I think I even wrote it down in my notes here. That does John Harbaugh survive?
We talked about it a while ago. On
I
the
said,
show.
yeah, I actually wrote it. I said, does Harbaugh survive this? And clear. So the answer is no. And that was a topic that I had
But we
listed
had
for tonight.
But we had to make a choice. They had to make a choice. I think I picked Lamar or Harbaugh. They had to make a pick, and we talked about it. We were like, I would pick neither. I'd say get rid of both of them.
No, I would have taken Harbaugh all day, because I'm telling you right now, if you give Harbaugh a real quarterback, not a
Like Joe
running
Flacco.
not a running back who can throw. Well, listen, not for nothing, but
It worked.
How many fucking Super Bowls did John Harbaugh win with Joe Flacco?
Uno.
That's 100% more than he won with Lamar. That's actually 100%. Lamar's never even been to a fucking Super Bowl. So, what are we talking about? Lamar is the problem in Baltimore. I'm sorry, but he's immature. He's selfish. He has all the wrong attributes.
Freezes under pressure.
He sucks under pressure. The lights get bright. He goes to shit. I'm sorry. I'm not a Lamar guy. I've never been a Lamar guy. I never thought he was going to be great in the league. I thought he would put up numbers and he'd be great for fantasy, and that's about it. And so far, I've been proven right. He hasn't won a big fucking game in his entire career. I mean, they could have benched him his rookie year and gone to Joe Flacco and beat the Chargers,
Right.
and they didn't.
Yep, because they were getting mashed at halftime, and we're like, "You got to take Lamar out, bro," and they didn't. We were like, "Wow."
No, they stuck with him, and John Harbaugh rode with him, and John Harbaugh had his back. Just for 6 years later, for Lamar to turn his back on him, and basically stab John Harbaugh in the face and get him fired.
Yeah, well, that locker room shit's crazy, bro. That's like, I don't know. That's a whole nother level of shit, I guess. But
It is, but it isn't. But the
when you have a
bottom
divided locker room,
the
you know what I
bottom
mean?
line
Like,
is that the Ravens have had 3 head coaches in their entire career. They're about to have their 4th
yep,
in their entire existence.
It's damn good stability, if you ask me, especially with the record they have. I mean,
What is
I know
it?
they.
It was Billick.
It was Marchie Broda. Ted Marchie Broda was the first one.
Oh, Marcha Broda, then Billick.
Then it was Billick, and
now
then it was
it's
Harbaugh.
That's it, just
Marcha
three, bro.
Broda, holy shit.
Well, he was the one that was the coach
Transition.
through the transition from Indy.
You're right. He had 10 built and everything.
And so, which is crazy to think about because then you look at the Steelers and they've had 3 head coaches in their entire career,
Totally different circumstances.
and yet here's Mike Tomlin. Like Mike Tomlin just bought himself probably another decade. Like,
Leave it
Yeah,
feel
no
like
shit.
this.
Yeah, even though
listen, I am a huge Mike Tomlin
Dude,
fan.
his press
I love
conference-
Mike Tomlin. If the Steelers front office would finally get their shit together and fucking
yeah.
put some talent on that fucking team for once, like
What an
Right.
unhinged
Steelers
press
are
conference.
like a team that I only dislike when we're playing them on Sunday. Other
Exactly.
than that, the other like fucking 16 games
Right.
a year, whatever I root for,
I
or
fucking-
like I'd rather see them win.
I fucking hated the Steelers when you had to play him with Big Ben in the playoffs because he had that like John Elway-esque the game's never over and I'm never gonna die.
It was
You know
a
what I mean?
fucking
Like
cannon
unless he
fucking
was
arm.
playing the Patriots and then he would just fucking clam up and go to shit. And you're like, really? This is the game? You're gonna be a bitch? Like you fucking down, fucking 21 to fucking 3 against the Broncos and you bring that shit back, like no problem. But when you play the Patriots, you're like, I'm down 7-0. The game is over. Let me go crawl in my asshole. Like,
Jesus Christ. Did
Yeah,
you
he's
hear?
Miller.
Did you hear Mike Tomlin's
Yeah.
walk-off question at the press conference?
I did refresh me, but say it for the listeners.
The walk-off question Mike Tomlin got asked for whoever the last reporter got picked. He said, "Hey, how would you feel like if we were up here and Loop made the kick?" And he goes, "You know the saying, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle."
Yeah.
And then he gets up and walks out.
I mean, I use that all the time.
Yep.
So,
But I was like, what? First of all, that's a stupid question. Like,
but
how would you feel if you lost this game?
But
Terrible? What the?
and a quick aside from the coaching standpoint, are we not all sick and tired of the sideline interviews
They're terrible.
that we're getting from they go and they trot out this female reporter whose job is to go and grab the coach before they go into the locker room.
They all sound drunk lately because they're
And-
frozen to death.
And they're like, Coach, you guys are really terrible on third down in the first half, but you're still up. What do you think you need to do better in the second half? I don't know. Probably be better on third downs. We're so fucking tired of these forced bullshit questions. Just get rid of that shit. No one cares. No one wants to hear from the coach that's down 21-0 going into the half, at halftime. Gee whiz, coach, what do you think you're going to do better in the second half? I don't know. Fucking everything.
We're playing like shit. What do you want?
We just fucking played like dog balls for 30 minutes. What the fuck?
I think that they're just praying for like a soundbite. They're hoping someone just says something like crazy.
Well, that's all it's come down to. And but can we just get rid of those?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
I don't care about Josina Andrews or Erin Andrews or Josina Anderson, I should say, or fucking whatever, smoking hot blonde they want to put down there. What was the girl's name that they were desperately trying to avoid the other day because she's a fucking
Sam
snitch?
Darnold.
Was it Sam Darnold that was
Yeah, he ended up doing it though.
he did, but he was trying to avoid her.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that. He walked
Yeah.
right past her, deliberately was like, later. And she was
Yeah.
like, what the she
Yeah.
hit some face.
And
Who was that? What was her name?
I can't think of her name.
oh,
She's usually
fucking
ESPN.
Christ,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But she's a fucking snitch.
But he
But-
was looking
or,
for the
because
third
I'm- because
the
I'm-
third defensive tackle on the other team. He was like, "Yo."
But the thing is, with that girl, I can't remember her fucking name. I'll have to look it up. But she's one of those ones that she ratted out. I'm pretty sure she either fucked other players or did something and then ratted somebody out or did something. So all the players blackball her. They're like, nah.
Yeah, fuck that. Don't talk
Don't
to her.
don't talk to her. You know what I mean?
He ended up talking to her though.
Oh wait. Oh wow. Johnny's been going off. Do you want me to read this?
Oh my God, is that all him?
Oh yeah.
Jesus
All right.
Christ, Durant.
So let's go from our. Let's go.
I don't think we have time.
He says, I haven't watched this shit show in months. Just happened to pop up on my feed. But hey, whatever makes you feel good or right or sleep at night. Sure, dude. End of the day, you're a clown. You're the clown. I don't call my friends clowns over disagreements. Okay.
There's a lot of shit.
Why cap when you?
Oh man, we're saying cap.
Why cap when you did though? Don't be lying to the small audience watching now. You guys literally offered it to me, LOL. But yeah, go ahead, Cap per usual. I don't know what we offered you. I
Drugs?
have no idea what
Money?
that is.
Crack?
Sean, you're also a dumbass. You blocked me. I never blocked you. Couldn't handle constructive criticism. Just like the
What the fuck are you talking about?
just
You
like
blocked me now.
Just like the ego guy, so he went to name calling, kind of like what toddlers do. Clown emoji. Wow, 7 viewers. What happened to the other 20? I don't know. We're back to 13 now, John. I mean, like you're still one of them. So,
You have me blocked right now.
yeah, John. Well, Durant. So this is the thing. Like Durant's go-to move on Facebook
What
is to
the
like block
fuck?
you on Facebook, which is why I
Whatever,
think
dude.
he's.
Dude,
I
hey,
think he's mad because I went back on one of our buddy Nick's posts from
Yeah.
September, from when the Broncos lost to the Chargers.
Yep.
And Durant was like, and Nick, our buddy Nick was like, I don't know, man, this Broncos team, I ain't seeing it. And Durant commented on it and said, like, oh, tell that to the guy who thinks the Broncos are going to win 13 fucking games this year. And when the Broncos won their 13, I happened to see that on one of my
Yes.
burner accounts.
Yes.
And I went back on my burner account because I'm blocked. He blocked my main account because he's a little bitch. And I went and I said, and I went back and I was like, oh, what was that after we won our 13th game? Like, what are you going to tell me now? So he's obviously in his feelings as usual right now and just very
it is-
emotional.
it is what it is.
Very emotional, yes. I mean, listen, I get it. Like, if I was a Raiders fan and I had nothing to root for pretty much the entire existence of my life,
God damn, Pete Carroll getting fired was kind of shocking.
I was not
Well, he's like
shocked.
78 years old.
Honestly, I think Pete Carroll wanted to get fired. I mean, would you
he's
want to?
77, 78.
Could you be 76 years old?
God damn.
I think he's gonna, or you'll be 76 this year. Imagine being 76 and having to coach the Raiders.
Are they the number one pick? Or is,
Yes, the number one pick.
they get number one.
So
I'm
they'll-
Overall.
So
trying to
they'll
think of who
take
they can grab this year.
They are-
Mendoza.
No, it's Mendoza.
They'll
Oh,
take.
yeah,
They'll
they
take
gotta-
Mendoza.
Tom-
Maybe they'll get but that could be a good long term. You know what I mean? Like,
Thomas Brady already said the pick in Mendoza.
so Raiders
And
and
they'll-
Mendoza.
and then they'll grind him into the
So?
ground, and they'll blow it.
They have
Well,
nobody
they
to
still
protect
got
him
Genty and shit. I mean,
They'll
I like
do,
him.
But
dude.
yeah, but they don't have an
Jeffy the-
offensive
Yo,
line.
I
They don't
heard
have a
Henry
defense.
Ruggs might be able to is eligible, right?
That
For
pissed-
parole.
that-
Parole eligible. He's parole
Yep, yep.
eligible.
though.
Yeah.
That pissed me off.
He's parole eligible, so if the NFL votes, they can let him back in. Henry Ruggs
No,
might
he'll never be back.
That
in the
pissed
league.
me off so much.
I was just curious. I heard people talk about that.
No,
Somewhere
Ruggs.
the other day.
Unfortunately,
I was
Ruggs
just-
will never be back in the league. He killed somebody.
Yeah,
Like,
they would never
brutally
do that.
murdered a woman and her dog, and he's
I know
like,
the
"Oh,
dog, dude.
good behavior. We can let him out." I'm like, what the fuck, good behavior?
Well, I was just.
now
being-
California's not
But I'm saying,
that
like,
far.
you never
Vegas
know,
is not
dude.
that
They
far
got
off
Max
from,
Crosby for
Massachusetts.
who was it?
Max Crosby for what?
3 more years.
Yeah, that's
What
great.
about
They
him?
got Mad Max for 3 years, but
I'm just saying.
He's
like,
miserable there already.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
everybody's miserable in Oakland.
They do like
The
they have Brock Bowers though.
Vegas.
Brock Bowers is phenomenal. I love
Yeah,
Brock.
and in 2 years he'll be miserable like Max is too, because they'll be sick of going fucking 4 and fucking 12 or 13.
Well, if
or
they
whatever.
get a new coach and they kind of like rebuild and get going, I mean, they got a couple core players that are pretty decent. Obviously, that are like good guys, good
Oh,
players.
this is good. He keeps going.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
I mean, Durant's carrying the show right now. Keep it going. He says every year, not this year. You were right once. Talk about 13 games winning. Yeah, that's the whole shtick, Durant. I don't know if you caught on to this. Sean's been doing this show with me since what, 2014.
I think you've said undefeated every year.
I'm pretty sure I've said undefeated every
You
year.
said at the beginning of this year, and you were like, okay, maybe 16-1.
Yeah, maybe. Which I was close, actually. I was closer to right.
Fuck off.
I was closer to that than I wasn't.
You know what was funny?
Um,
I think halfway through the season, and I was like, if this team goes 15-2, I'm not gonna be able to even sit in the show with you. I said you'll be insufferable.
They were 14-3.
I know.
I'm not insufferable.
No, I wasn't that bad. I'm 13-4. I'm like, meh.
Yeah, you're a fake 13-4. But anyway,
fuck you.
he said, and he says, Joe, you called me a clown over a disagreement. You're the bitch. I called you a clown because
Is
well,
clown really that offensive?
because
I
you
don't
were
know.
you were afforded the
I'm a
title
clown.
of clown behavior.
I'm a clown. Who
um,
gives a shit?
I tagged you in the Broncos post. You profiled the kids who kicked the Broncos guy's ass and called me a clown over. Oh, right, that's what it was. Right, because
You
so-
profiling motherfucker.
yeah, he says enjoy flexing on your wrinkle dink show. that never took off.
Wrinkled Dick or Wrinkled
Darkness was the most credible one on the show, and
Yes.
we all know what happened there. Do we? Darkness quit. He left. He left to pursue other things.
He was
so,
killed.
Yeah, we didn't. I don't know what you think you know, but I know you don't know anything. So there's that because you don't know shit.
We know what happened there. He's like, you know what happened there? You killed him.
Yeah, like you guys killed him off. You fired him because he was black, and we didn't want him on the show no more. You're like, yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's been 13 or 14 wins for the last decade, and you
We still
were
talk to
white
Keith.
once. Congrats, man. Yeah, I was gonna say Keith called into the show like
2 weeks ago.
on our 500th episode to congratulate us and reminisce, and it was a great time. Listen, Darkness was a big part of this show for a lot of years. I have no ill will towards Darkness whatsoever.
You sure shit knows a lot more than I do, but I'm just here for the fucking.
Paul's here for the fucking. You're here for the comedic relief.
You
And
just showed up randomly. You're like, hey.
yeah.
I got a
Darkness,
new chair.
Darkness chose to leave the show and pursue other endeavors, and this was in the way of doing that. So he chose to do it, and that's fine. I have no issue. I don't pay anybody to be here. Everyone is here on their own free
I'm
will.
fucking broke.
And someday maybe actually that's not true. We did make a little bit of money once.
That's true. That's true.
I was able to buy you guys nice new chairs to
yes,
sit in.
yes.
you know.
That is true.
So
I very
there was
appreciate it.
that. We got that going for us. But hey, yeah, Johnny. Just keep being mad. It's fine. It's fun because you know what? This stupid little hobby of mine with like my little wrinkle dink show, it's afforded me the opportunity to do things that you will never be able to do, or are not capable of doing, because you have a little brain, and a little pee-pee, and a very fragile little ego. So, anyway, keep staying in the comments.
I met
Bro.
Taylor Swift because of the show.
Yeah, Caden, he's talking to himself, bro. We were acknowledging him right now because it's kind of funny. And
Someone chime in and be like,
Yeah.
yo, what the fuck?
yeah, Caden says, is bro talking to himself? Like, yes, he is. It's what you do when you have a little minuscule wee-wee and you just don't have anything better to do on a Tuesday night. So anyway, where were we? We were talking about coaches getting fired. Let's talk about the opening. So Raheem Morris in Atlanta, a lot of people pissed off about that one. I don't necessarily.
Why?
I don't necessarily think Raheem Morris should have been fired, but it was easy to fire him because they are starting from they're firing everybody from the top down. So like Rich McKay is gone, Raheem Morris is gone. They're cleaning house in Atlanta, and
Who
they're
was responsible for the Penix fucking draft?
Rich
The
McKay
GM.
and the GM.
No, Rich McKay.
Well, Rich McKay hired the GA. He's
Yes.
part of it. He's the CEO. Like it was the GM.
Like, who fucked up the quarterback situation there?
Not
Everybody
Raheem
from-
Morris.
Well, no, exactly. But, like, anybody who fucked up the quarterback
The
spot
GM.
there, the GM down is gone. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
or it
the-
should
the-
be.
no,
Like,
the
anybody
GM
who's involved.
The GM, that was, even draft night, I was like, that is
Arthur
the
Blank's
worst
like, you
move.
motherfuckers.
No, that was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life when I was like, you just signed Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, we had
Why
no
are you
idea.
drafted him ninth?
Everybody was dumbfounded. I remember that. We were like, didn't they just spend
Everyone was
like,
upset.
a shitload of money? on Kirk
Penix was
Cousins?
upset because he was like, oh, like I'm drafted that high and I'm going to a team that just signed a quarterback. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
Kirk Cousins was like, yo, you just signed my replacement and you signed me to be your starting quarterback. Like,
I mean, I
immediately.
get that you need somebody on the bench in case Kirk Cousins goes down, which he did, but, like, you don't go and blow your ninth
But Kirk
overall
Cousins was
pick.
prime. It's like he just turned like 30.
Yeah, and I mean, I know he was injury prone or his little brain, he's a little rattled. He's a little fucked up, dude.
A little bit.
I watched that TV show, The Quarterback, where they followed him.
He's got a little bit of Durant in him.
But, Jesus Christ.
I'm not,
But another
I mean,
big
I love it.
thing.
We're having a full blown Durant meltdown right now in the chat.
Jesus
It's
I'm
fucking
not even
great.
on that. I'm on.
Durant,
Oh, it's awesome.
Durant, the only thing I'll never forgive
We are
you
getting
for.
a classic Durant Facebook meltdown.
Wait
right
a minute.
now.
The
It's
only thing I'll never forgive Durant for is deleting that thread post. We
the
had
1.1K.
1.2 thousand messages
Oh,
on a
that
regular Facebook.
It was just like a referee, wasn't it? Or
I don't
something
know what
crazy.
No, it was Brady versus Manning. I mean, Brady versus Montana. The real GOAT.
Yeah, but what was the picture? It was something. It was just.
It
a
was Brady
picture.
and Montana, and
Yeah,
it was
what-
like Montana was 4-0. Brady was, I think, 4-2 at that point.
Yeah.
And it was like Montana's the real GOAT. But it was like me, Sean, Thab,
It was everybody
Jared,
of all
Jared,
time.
Jared Walsh, you, everybody was just in on it, and
I
then
remember that.
and then
thread.
it became
Exploded.
such a fucking like thread that then we just started commenting on it just to comment on it
For
but
years.
But then somebody like when it
No, it
but
wasn't that long.
It was months.
Months.
Yeah.
But it didn't take long. I remember that because it was
Yeah.
gone. Everybody was like, "Oh, damn."
but
like,
then Durant got his feelings hurt because someone called him an asshole or something.
What the?
And
I
then,
didn't know
and
why
then
I
he,
got
and then
to-
he
I
deleted
just-
the thread, and like, everybody was the 1.1K thread was fucking legendary, dude. That was one of the best threads ever.
That was amazing.
It was so much fun.
I wish
and
you
then
can go
Durant
back in like
ruined
a
it.
Facebook
he's-
archive and find
He
it.
ruined it because he's fragile. You know,
Um,
because his fragile, his little tiny
But
wee
wait,
wouldn't let him make it.
The
you know.
last game of the Falcons season, there was something that happened on the sideline. Drake London on the sideline came to the sideline and like basically pushed Raheem Morris out of the way, and then cussed out. I think it was T.J. Yates or T.J. Moe, the wide receivers coach, and the reporters after the game were like, "Yo, what was that about?" And he was like, "Nothing. Everything's good."
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. And they're like, you sure? And he's like, yep, I love everybody. The coaches are great. Everything's great here. And then, like, immediately the next day, everyone was fired.
Oh, by the way, I didn't do this yet. 774-992-8702 is the phone number if you want to give us a call about anything. It doesn't matter. I'm good right this second.
I better not. Don't
I
fucking-
listen. All calls are welcome.
I know why you said the phone number.
I will because we haven't even put it out there yet. People don't know. People listening might not know. Like I don't know if Caden knows that we take phone calls and that our number is 774
Jesus Christ.
992 8702. And anybody who wants to call in,
I have to
is-
work
is-
in the
is
morning.
allowed to call in. We don't screen calls; we just answer them as they come in. So, if you want to get your thoughts and feelings out on the air, then you can get it. You can get that done right here. But that is a hard and fast rule. We really don't discriminate here at Row One, Seat One. Joey Fats Radio. It is what we do. We say hello to everybody at least once. Anyway, back to coaches getting fired. Sean, 1 through, give me your number one job that's available.
Number one job?
Yeah.
You're talking about talent on a team, or you're talking about
Just in general, job. What? All right, I'll even put it to you this way: your number one job, given who's available, I'll even let you select based on fit.
if I'm a coach and I want to go to a team, I would pick the Giants job.
That would be my number one as well.
But because it's New York, it's the most exposure.
It's Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart, I'm okay with.
It's just a throw in.
Yeah, I think if you can go to New
But
York,
if you get him and Cam Scadaboo back, you get the exciting whites. You know,
Jesus Christ. I do think if you can go to New York and you can make a name for yourself there, you not only extend your career, you make a name for yourself in NFL history. Because if you go to the Cardinals and you're good there, no one gives a shit about you.
If you win a Super Bowl for the Cardinals, you put your name in stone forever.
For Arizona,
No, forever. I mean, if you win a Super Bowl with the Cardinals, something they've never done, you're the first guy to ever do it. That's like, it's
I
like
know, but people don't remember
landing on the
Arizona.
moon.
You know what I mean? People don't remember Arizona. People aren't gonna give a shit about Arizona. That's the thing.
We will remember.
Diehard
Arizona.
NFL fans would be like, "Wow, do you remember blah 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 won it in Arizona?" And be like, "Cool."
Yeah, because they've never won anything. But if you go there and start a tradition of winning, like say John Harbaugh goes to Arizona,
which
for
he'll never
8
do.
and goes there and he's there for another 18 years hypothetically, and they have the run that the same run the Baltimore Ravens have just had. Arizona's on the map. Arizona's being talked about every single year.
Sure, maybe.
Every year they're being talked about because they're just the way Baltimore's talked about.
Kyler Murray's still there. He sucks. He's dog.
I'm
shit.
just saying, but just say he goes there and he gets rid of Kyler Murray, does whatever he's going to do, and he gets the team and builds it in his image and takes them on another Baltimore type run. I mean, I'm fascinated to see. I would love to hear from a couple Baltimore fans tonight too, and just see how they feel about this because Steelers fans have been clamoring for Tomlin to be fired for the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah, but who are you gonna replace Tomlin with?
Well, nobody. That's the thing. Like, and again, and who are the Ravens going to replace Harbaugh, replace with Harbaugh. I replace Harbaugh with. I don't know. I don't know that there's somebody out there that's available right now that is going to be better than John Harbaugh. All I know is that you remember a couple of years ago before we hired Sean Payton, I was praying to God the Ravens were going to fire John Harbaugh and make him available. Because
Right.
I would have taken him in Denver in 0.6 seconds. And
Okay.
that was something I was like, God, please let this happen. And then we got Sean Payton and all's well that ends well. But you know what I'm getting at. Like, there's 6, 7, 8 teams out there probably right now. There are I'm telling you right now, there are teams with head coaches still gainfully employed that are calling about John Harbaugh.
There is a defensive coordinator I forgot all about that's going to get a lot of play this year, and I just thought of it I looked at the paper down at the paper. Seattle Seahawks offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak.
Clint Kubiak, yeah, Coobs.
The
That's a
name,
good name.
the name.
Coobs is out there. Who else was it? I'd have to go back down the list. I forget.
Well, I like Brian Flores still.
Oh, B-Flow. Yes, that was the other one. B-Flow, Coobs.
I know Vikings were dog shit this year, but I think
No,
Flores.
that had nothing to do
I
with
think
B-Flow.
Flores.
No, the Vikings defense is the only fucking bright spot about that team.
So.
You want my boy,
I
my boy,
fucking love that.
my boy Van Ginkel was fucking killing it.
I love that meme of fucking McCarthy.
What about the other?
You ever see that when he's making the mug? Like,
What about the other?
No,
yo, my God.
What about the other bloodline coach son there? Shula.
Mike
No, is it Mike? Is
Shula?
it Chris Shula?
No, Mike Shula is a college coach.
Oh, fuck it. What's the other son?
He's a Shula.
Hold on.
I know he's
Rams defensive coordinator Chris Shula.
Chris Shula.
Hey, Rams defense, and he's again bloodline Shula.
I mean, there's guys out there that are gonna be someone is gonna hit, but it's gonna take the right. But here's the thing: like, I'm looking at the available teams that need head coaches, and right now the Giants and the Ravens are the only two that I would even consider. I'm not considering the Raiders especially if I'm a first time head coach. I'm all set.
The Raiders, it's a huge rebuild.
It's a huge rebuild, and you're doing it with a fucking retard owner. I'm not considering the Cardinals.
Another huge rebuild.
No, I'm not even. I'm not. Those are off the board.
Titans, another huge rebuild.
The
Again,
Titans, no, they have asshole ownership. I'm all set. I mean, they jettisoned Mike Vrabel for fuck's sake, and he goes to a competent franchise, and look what he does. You know what I mean?
thank you God.
You know, right? Like, so I'm out on the Titans. Ravens, and then who are the other two? Oh, Browns. No thanks. All set.
They'll spend money, just wrong places. They'll
Yeah,
spend it though.
I'm good. And then the Falcons, which Falcons I might
maybe
Falcons I would put third. So you have like Giants, Ravens, Falcons.
Buffalo might open up. What? Hey, okay. Hypothetical.
Maybe.
This is playoff talk. Hypothetical.
Look at your messages.
Jesus Christ Almighty. Durant, take a break.
No,
Let's
not
say-
that. I was trying to enjoy the
Oh, okay.
Facebook messages.
Durant, I'm sorry, Durant. Jacksonville beats Buffalo this weekend, right? What happens if Jacksonville beats Buffalo? McDermott is fired, 100%.
Yeah, they don't get rid of Josh. Allen.
Probably.
That's a crazy position opening up. You have Josh Allen in his fucking prime opening up. Every head coach is going to want that.
Yeah, especially with Cooks and everybody, you know. And
Fuck Cooks. No, James Cook sucks.
what do you mean? He fucking ripped it this year.
If you put Cook on any other team, he's fucking mid running back.
I don't have anything from you on Facebook.
Really?
Who you messaging? You messaging the wrong person. That's the wrong account.
Oh, god damn it.
I can see it from here.
Oh, what did you send to my burner account?
Probably. I don't fucking know. I didn't think I did, but maybe I did.
You did.
What the fuck, man?
Oh, this is good. This is a nice wall of text.
Jesus Christ.
End of the day, my real friends don't disrespect me over a Facebook post. Lost all my respect for you,
oh my
fats.
God.
But hey, your big ego was clearly more important than our friendship. Not mad at all. Disappointed, maybe. Sure, but I have a great life with great friends who don't disrespect me. But hey, enjoy yours. And flexing for your single-digit audience. Sean, suck my nuts. I'll give your wife a break. I don't know what that means, but anyway. Yeah, no, that's fine.
My wife needs a break. She needs one.
Yeah, she does. She needs a break from Sean's huge ass dick, so she could definitely use. If you want to swing by Durant, go by and fill a tiny little hole, I guess. Sean's big dick is really wearing out his wife, so he could really
This fucking is taking a turn.
This
It's taking a wild
She
turn.
could really use you. She could really use you
This
right now.
is a wild turn.
But yeah, I mean, the fact that you're still watching the show, appreciate you, homie. Clink, clink. Thank you. I'll drink to that.
All right, there it is. God damn it.
All right.
It only took me 5 minutes to figure. I couldn't
Yeah.
find you.
Anyway.
Couldn't find you.
Buffalo.
How did you not find Joey Fetz?
He looked
It
up.
kept coming up your other one.
He
Like,
just-
it kept
he-
coming up
oh.
that other one.
He just
you,
looked up.
yeah, you know that one, right? Yeah.
I know.
fucking love that meme. That's hilarious.
That is good shit.
Just Joe.
I forget why I was trying to make that point.
I mean, contrary to popular belief, I am a pretty big deal. I'm pretty easy to find, so
You talking like you got the golden Totinsky.
Dude, that fucking thing.
So that's me. But anyway, all right. Enough about fired head coaches and open shit. Let's talk some fucking playoff football, shall we, boys?
Do you want to
Yeah.
start? You want to start NFC? You want to start
Just-
AFC?
I'm gonna whip my balls out, throw them down on the table, ask Durant to caress them, and
God.
succulently draw upon them,
God.
and then tell me how fucking awesome I am, which he's been doing all night anyway. So I appreciate that. I'm sure I'll be blocked on all social media again within minutes of this unblocking, but I love. You know what my favorite part is that we have friends that we'd be in a group chat on Facebook. There'd be 5-6 of us in there, and Durant would be one of them. And then somebody would just be like, "Oh, who pissed off Durant?" And I'd be like, "What are you talking about?" No, he blocked half the group. What the fuck? He's so fragile.
Unbelievable.
He's
This is
what do they say?
crazy shit.
It's French. It's fragile.
It's a major award.
Yeah, it's a major award. It's a big fucking thing.
What if we do?
Great job.
What if we do the playoffs in order of how they come out? Saturday, first game, and then right in order. Bang, 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 bang.
All right, let's do it. Yeah. All right. So first of all, let's go back to Sunday real quick. The final week of the season, we had what? Well, Saturday we had 2 games that were for position for winning you're in.
Yep.
Essentially, well,
Panthers, Bucks.
one was winning you're in, and one was winning you're the 1 seed. You had the Panthers Bucks. The Bucks absolutely blow it.
No, Bucks won.
I'm sorry, right. The Bucks win, but the New Orleans Saints lose to the Falcons, which turns everything upside down, and somehow the Carolina Panthers get in because of that.
By tiebreakers and shit
So
or something.
the Panthers back into the playoffs, and that's as backing in as you can back in.
Yeah.
We're talking that might be the most epic back in I've ever seen.
I mean, they're
Lose and you're in.
Aren't they a
and
sub 500 team?
And I've seen
No.
a lot,
Oh, they got
I
9
saw.
wins,
I mean, I
sorry.
saw the Kim Kardashian sex tape, and I have never seen a back end like this. So
Yeah.
this was a back end of all back ends. The Panthers are in. They're playing the Rams on Sunday or Saturday.
Saturday. They're the first game.
First game Saturday.
4:30.
Kind of blows to be the Rams. Be the Panthers.
Nah, they're playing with house money. They shouldn't even be there.
They should, right? But they also are we really giving the Panthers a shot against the Rams? I know they beat
Fuck
them.
no.
I know they beat them in the regular season
I wouldn't.
this year, but first of all, we always talk about how hard it is to beat a team 2 times and within a year.
Puka might have 300 yards receiving in that game.
I honestly believe Matthew Stafford might throw for 8 touchdowns. He might break the single game record in that game.
Right.
And then the second game, which was the Niners and the Seahawks on Saturday night.
What a boring fucking game.
Can we just first?
That game sucked, dude.
That
Yeah, it
game
did.
fucking was ass, dude. I was so bullshit about. I was so excited to watch that game.
Same.
thinking that like we're gonna have at least somewhat of a high scoring game.
It's gonna be like the Rams and the Chiefs like a couple years back when it
No,
was like
I didn't even think-
48,
No.
45,
I wasn't thinking
like,
that.
or whatever the fuck, 52,
I was thinking
48.
somewhere between Bears Niners and nothing. Like just meet in the middle. Like not quite Bears Niners, but like somewhat of a shootout because both teams are familiar with each other. They know each other. The Niners defense is not very good right now because they've got a ton of injuries.
Yeah, both
Honestly,
still
I
out.
think Kyle Shanahan should probably be coach of the year, given what he's done, but neither here nor there. We'll talk about that in a little bit. The Niners just could not get it going against the Seahawks defense, which is understandable. The Seahawks defense is excellent. What I think was the most frustrating part of that game was that the Seahawks offense couldn't do shit against the Niners defense,
which was shocking.
which we were like, wait, what are you guys doing?
But then again, that's Sam Darnold. When the lights are brightest, Sam Darnold's like, fuck. 190 yards passing against
Sean, give or take, how many inches is your dick?
Oh my fucking god. Not answering that question. What the fuck did he ask? How much girth?
I'm gonna say at least 7.5. You know,
What fucking question prompted that?
don't worry about it. It's just I'm just curious. I'm saying at least 7.5. I mean, I don't know if you're a full 8, but you're up there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Even though you're Irish as fuck, but what Portuguese, but
First of all, I'm a mutt.
yeah, well, whatever. But sometimes the blessings, blessings. Anyway,
I'm also Chinese.
you are.
Actually, that works against me.
Yeah,
I was about to say, I was like,
no, but you're extremely efficient, and hence why you're good at math.
Oh.
But anyway,
But no, Sam Darnold, 190 yards passing against a fucking piss poor San Francisco defense.
and props to the San Francisco defense and Xerxes for coming out with a good game plan and actually holding down that fucking Seattle offense. And again, this is why I don't have any faith. The Jets head coach.
Saleh, right?
Saleh,
Yeah.
Robert Saleh.
And that's
He
what
went-
I
that's where he
immediately
came
envisioned
from.
when you said
Yeah.
that. I was like, he's got to be talking about Robert
Yeah.
Saleh, right?
It is. But he
Xerxes.
started there. He went to the Jets and then went back.
Yeah. No,
that's
cool.
right. He got hired from them, and now he's back. And listen, this is why I have no faith in the Seattle Seahawks. And I know everybody's talking about their defense and they're great and this and that. The problem with that.
What the hell was that?
I think my feed just waking up.
It's like, is that 400 messages coming through all at the same time?
No, there is not. Nope. Okay, cool. Anyway, what was I saying?
I don't know.
Props to. This is why I don't have any faith in Seattle. Because again, if Sam and I love the Sam Darnold storyline. I really do. I love the
I like
fact
the
that
Brock Purdy one better.
that he left the Jets. He went to the Vikings. He took the Vikings to Fort. I mean, is Sam Darnold the first quarterback
Yeah,
to have 14
back
win
to back.
seasons back to back?
with two different teams and shit. Yeah,
Well, definitely with two different teams.
yeah. I think he is. It said that last week.
Yeah, that's kind of
He's
fucking
either
crazy.
he's either one or two. Because Peyton might have been the other one.
Well, no, there's other team, but with the same team. Peyton had 14 win seasons.
With the Colts, and then went to the Broncos.
He's never had a 14 win season with the Broncos.
Oh,
13-3 was his best in Denver.
I saw. Yeah, well, he got some kind of stat.
But he's up there with Brady, Manning, Breeze for most 13 plus win seasons or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think about. But again, I don't trust the Seahawks in the playoffs. I just don't. I love their defense. I know they got the 1 seed. But are you really
You
going
don't
to
trust the dark side.
Sam? Are you really going to trust Sam Darnold? If the Rams go into Seattle in an NFC championship, which I don't know if that can happen, or it would be the
Rams
divisional
are the
round.
5, right?
Rams are the 5, and they play Carolina.
Seahawks are the 1, so yeah, they'd have to go in.
Actually, no. The Rams could potentially host them in the divisional round. I mean, the Seahawks could potentially host the Rams in the divisional round.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The
Yeah.
Rams would have to go to the Seahawks.
No,
if
they
have
will. But I'm just saying, I don't know if it would be in the first. It depends on who wins, because if who's the 6 and the 7?
6-7.
6-7.
6-7.
It is so 6-7 is Niners and Packers. Niners 6, Packers 7. Packers play the Bears. The Bears.
The Bears. I
And
think
then Eagles Niners.
The Niners. I honestly, I mean, I think this is, unfortunately, I think this is the end of the road for the Niners. Going on the road to the Eagles, I think, is the worst case scenario for them.
Yeah, that sucks having to go into that cold ass weather and
That just shit fucking like
Why don't you be like a
freezing.
45-degree day randomly, like mad nice? It's like, oh, clear skies, hi. You know what I mean? Like fucking 45 degrees. Niners are like, yeah. I mean, because like Philly, like if you think about it, the way they've been playing, I mean,
So,
They're
all right.
out, like-
So, well, anyway, my point is,
yeah.
so
Sorry.
all right, yeah, hold on. No, you're right. No, we'll get to all that.
We'll get to the weather and the
Yeah.
logistics
Yeah.
after, motherfucker.
You're gonna get to the logistics.
Logistics.
The logistics of it all. So the Niners the Niners Seahawks game on Saturday was exactly, it demonstrated why I don't trust the Seahawks. The Seahawks should have, given their defensive performance against the Niners. The Niners.
Bro, they should have got beat by the Colts.
The Seahawks should have throttled the Niners that night. And they really didn't. Like they kind of just let them hang around, and I just don't feel like the Seahawks have that killer instinct. Now, it could have just been a bad game against, on the road, short week, like I granted by only one day, but like a shorter week.
Right.
That all comes into that does you do have to take that into account. But I feel like the Seahawks should have put up more points on the Niners than they did. And again, credit Xerxes and the Niners defense for doing what they did. Give them their props. Maybe that's a sign of good things to come for the Niners going forward, but the Niners, I just don't know that Seattle to me just does not. And I know a lot of people feel the same way about Denver and the AFC, where they're just like,
Yeah.
they don't move the needle for me.
Not a needle mover.
Not a needle. Like, what the fuck's a needle move? That's some white people shit.
Yep.
But no, I just don't. I don't see the Seahawks getting to the Super Bowl. Denver, yes. Seattle, no. Like, who do you trust more? Like, I just there's this. The problem is the NFC, I feel like, has some ballers in it. They got some big, heavy fucking hitters. When you talk about Philly, the Rams, I still think the Rams. I still think it comes down to Rams Philly.
Is it possible though? Is it possible? Hold on. I want to make sure I can get to the bracket. Make sure that's still possible.
I got
Because
it.
all right, so I want to make sure I can get to the microphone enough. So I'm assuming let's just mock it out, right? Rams win. I'm going to say Eagles beat the Niners. I'm going to say Bears beat the Packers. So that would mean that the Bears
Bears go
then
to the Eagles.
No,
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 Eagles go to the Bears, right?
Eagles go to the Bears. And then
Obviously.
so then it is possible. Okay.
That what?
That the Rams could face the Eagles in the fucking
In
championship
the
game.
championship game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't want them to face each other before then.
Right. Yeah, that would be like a lame matchup.
So
You want the big juice.
juice, big
But
juice.
damn, you could have the Rams and Seahawks play in the divisional round. Holy shit, that sucks for them.
I think that's a great divisional matchup.
Well,
I mean, it sucks for the Seahawks, realistically. Like, the last team I would want to see if I'm Seattle is the Rams.
Yeah.
Because they've got that familiarity with you, and they're not afraid to come into your house, and they've played there before. They're not going to be surprised by anything,
right.
So that I think to me is a win for the Rams. But going forward to Sunday's games now, obviously we covered kind of a lot without intentionally covering it. The Steelers and the Ravens. That was a big. That was the win in your in game, and
That game was
somehow
that game
Lamar
was
Jackson,
mid until the fourth quarter.
terrible until the fourth quarter.
Like nothing happened until the last 4 minutes, where it was just like gunfire, 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 like back and forth.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, Zay Flowers. Does anybody not recognize that motherfucker's on the field right now?
I think they thought he was just too small
I'll
to
tell you
cover.
what, and that Tavon Austin move, did you see like how he just dumped coverage with that
Tavon Austin.
Not Tavon Austin. Austin, whatever the
Calvin
fuck.
Austin,
Calvin
right?
Austin, sorry.
Yeah.
I
I'm
want to say
like, Tavon
Tavon
Austin.
from I fucking
I was like, yo, that
Cowboys.
was 15 years
yeah,
ago.
Yeah, Cowboys. It still rings. When I see Austin, that's who I automatically
15.
thought
I
of
think
him.
that was almost 20 years ago now.
Yeah, yeah,
That was
yeah.
like 07, 08.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude. Like when I see Austin, that's who I think of. Is fucking so.
You're watching
Calvin,
those old high school
when
highlights.
he fucking broke that coverage, dude, and ran off, I was like, you got to be absolutely shitting me, dude. This is a
By
crazy as shit.
himself.
And I could not fucking believe that they missed that goddamn extra point. I said, here they go. They're gonna fuck up. And
Did you guys see
I
the?
say a likely
Did
catch
you guys
was
see the
crazy.
Ravens fan that live streamed himself
Yes.
in front of his TV?
Poor guy.
And
hey,
he's
I
like-
give him credit for posting it still.
That's what I'm saying. He
I
still
don't
posted
think
it.
so. Oh yeah, because he knew damn well people were gonna watch that shit. They're gonna be like, oh, he's gonna smash his TV.
No, he didn't. He was
I
like-
know.
It was just funny as shit. Like,
he
I
just
felt-
hung his head. He was like,
motherfucker.
he turned
Like,
around so fast, too.
When they missed it, I was just like, it's not over till it's over, bro. And I have no fucking skin in this game whatsoever, other than just like this was one of the greatest in-season
But isn't
playoff
it
games
crazy
I've
like
ever
how
seen.
like you're like it ain't over till it's over, but like when it comes down to your team in that situation, you're like it's fucking over, and then it is,
I know.
and you're like fuck, like
Very-
why can't my team be the beneficiary of
yeah,
fucking rookie
yeah.
kicker
I've
making
been
a
on the
field goal?
bad side of that more times than good.
Seriously,
What about the guy who ran to the box office to bet $100,000 on Luke making the kick and lost it?
Yep.
Oh.
You know what? I don't fucking feel bad for you. You got $100
I
grand
was
to bet
like,
on that
yeah,
game.
if you
like,
got
well,
100,
shit,
if you
yeah,
got
good.
$100,000 to throw down on a game like that, then I don't feel bad for you
At
at
the
all.
last minute, I'm just gonna throw 100 G's down. Yeah, good. I mean,
I mean, unless he's a degenerate, like
He is a
shit-
degenerate.
Unless he's
maybe
degen-
his wife's already ready to pull up the papers and divorce his ass.
He's
or
not
yeah,
whatever.
married.
and he just,
Oh,
or he like,
he
yeah,
took out a home equity line.
yeah, he just lost, yeah, he just blew his home equity line on a bet.
Yeah. Whoops.
Hey,
that
fuck
for the
you.
next 20 years.
I hit a parlay
10.
on Sunday for $200, so
Damn.
I'm good.
That's not bad.
But anyway, yeah, I'm playing with house money for the rest of the playoffs, baby.
Cheer.
Fuck yeah.
That's good.
So those are the Sunday games. Obviously, the Broncos get the Chargers at home. Justin Herbert doesn't play. Let's talk a little bit about the seeding going in now, because now we know
Yep.
the AFC seeding. So the Denver Broncos get the number 1 seed. As I said preseason, we would. Because we were going to knock the Chiefs off, and that would. I remember I said that Christmas night game was going to be for the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Could potentially,
I said it. I said it.
I said it, and it was not exactly the way I drew it up, but it was for the 1 seed for all intents and purposes. Because if we didn't win that game, we wouldn't have the 1 seed.
Right.
Then it afforded us a loss to the Jags because the Patriots blew the game to the Bills. And all's well that ends well. Now, so the Broncos end up with a 1, Patriots are the 2, Jags are the 3, and
Steelers are the 4.
Steelers are the 4. There's your 4 division winners. Now, what did we have on the AFC side of things?
We had Broncos 1, Patriots 2, Jags 3, and Steelers 4.
Okay,
Wow.
that
Right
was
on the
and that was a month and a half ago,
Right.
like 4 or 5 weeks ago. So we had that going for us. So we were dead ass on that. And then who did we have for the wild? How do we have the wild card shape out?
The actual
Well, I
wild
mean, I'm sorry,
card.
the wild card.
The
teams.
actual wild card teams were 5, 6, 7. In real life is Texans 5,
6, 7.
6, 7. Texans 5, Bills 6, Chargers 7. We had Chargers 5, Bills 6, Texans 7. So flip flop the Chargers and
Well,
Texans.
that made sense going in, couple, whatever, month and a half.
Because we thought the Chargers would beat
Yeah.
the Texans in that head-to-head game. They
Yeah,
didn't,
and
and that.
Texans are pulling some bullshit out their ass right now.
Well, yeah, they were until
It's
they
a
got
good defense.
30.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, they
El
were until
Shaddai
they
is
were
a
last
freaking
week.
dirty
I don't know if you watched them
El
on
Shaddai
Sunday.
is
but-
dirty, all right? He's a dirty ass bastard.
Listen, I love the Texans defense. I think that unit, I envy that unit. I love the dogs they have on that team and the group they've assembled and the way that they just brutalize opponents. I think that is fucking awesome. My problem with the Texans defense is they just gave him a 30 burger against Riley Leonard and the Colts going into the playoffs. Like, you never want to have that game as your last game.
They're gonna be it. That's it.
You know what I mean? Like that. I'm not saying that like it's a guarantee that the Texans are gonna fucking like blow it, but you just don't want to have like that is not the way you want to go in. You want to go in hot, not giving up 30 points to a rookie quarterback because then you make excuses. It's a rookie guy. We never seen him before. We didn't know anything about him, and that all may be true, but that lowers. I feel like in in a lot of ways that will lower your guard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It'll bring you down a little bit.
Like the Colts did that year, and they've been
Now,
in the last 2 games.
Do I think that the Steelers could pull off this upset on Monday night against the Texans? Yes. Because I do. Who do I trust more, Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin, or C.J. Stroud and D'Amico Ryans?
I'm taking A-Rod, obviously. That's a
Yes.
no-brainer.
Now, that being said, that Houston defense is pretty fucking disgusting.
But-
They're really fucking good.
We'll see how they play against somebody like A-Rod. You
I
know what
mean, they've played pretty good against everybody they've played this year, so except Riley Leonard.
Yeah, but A-Rod's one of those last dying breed type guys. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He is cut from a different cloth.
yeah, he's one of those. You can't.
And they get DK back.
He just showed it the other night. You can never count A-Rod out.
You
Dude.
know,
He
you
went
get
down
to the beginning of the fourth quarter, and they play Renegade in that stadium, bro. Like, you're on the road. It's gonna be cold, probably windy in Pittsburgh.
Yep, and that crowd is unforgiving as a motherfucker.
Yeah,
bro.
Pitt
That's
can get
not
fucking-
an easy game for the Texans at all, dude. I'm telling you, they're gonna lose
No,
that game.
I think the Texans. Listen,
I
I'm
would put $100 on the Steelers right now.
I'm calling it. I'm not saying I'm not going to go that far, but I'm calling that one a coin flip because if the Steelers' defense can play to, I would say, like 70% of what they're capable of, the Texans won't be able to score enough points to to get by the Steelers.
No shit. No, absolutely.
Steelers could go kick 6-7
Has
field
TJ
goals.
Watt ever won a playoff game?
God damn it. What?
TJ
TJ Watt?
Has TJ Watt has he ever won a playoff game?
Yes.
Yeah.
One, right?
Just one, right?
Against Miami?
If that.
Yeah.
Was it
'cause I
against,
knew
did they
it
beat
was
was he on the team when they beat Miami?
A few years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because if I remember correctly, not like that long ago, everybody was like, "TJ Watt's never won a playoff game," and it's just like, "God damn, really? Like, what the
let's
fuck?"
see here. TJ Watt.
So, if I'm not mistaken, I could be, but it
The only-
hasn't-
the only thing that was
17.
shoved in
Yeah,
my
I think
face-
I think they did win.
they won one.
Yes, because they won the wild card round in 17, and they've lost everything since.
Okay, so he's won one fucking playoff.
Oh wait, hold up. They might have not. Hold up. 2017 AFC standings. Steelers were 13-3, 13-3. No, the Steelers had the bye in 17, so they lost. Oh,
Yeah,
that
TJ
was
Watt has never won an NFL playoff.
No, he has never won. Sean, that was the year they lost to the Steelers, to the Jaguars.
I was
that was
gonna
the-
say, dude, I'm like,
You're
I'm
gonna
pretty
find
sure
me
TJ Watt's
hanging in the bathroom.
Really?
Don't call me. Don't
That's
tell
what I'm
me
saying,
nothing.
dude.
That was
He's
remember that
never
guy.
Won a fucking playoff
Remember that
game.
guy?
Yeah.
You can find me hanging.
Isn't that Jersey Jerry from Barstool? Isn't that him?
Was it? No.
I thought Jersey Jerry and him is the same guy.
That guy got a
I'm
fucking
sorry,
job.
but that dude's gonna be out for fucking blood this weekend. TJ Watt's probably gonna play on
he
another
hasn't.
level.
He hasn't been that great this year.
But dude, he's never won a playoff game, bro. He's gonna be more hungry than he ever has been. He's on
You realize who his quarterback
a
is,
fast
right?
declining track. Doesn't matter.
Rogers is like, meh.
Yeah, but he's gonna want to fuck shit up. I'm telling you. And CJ Stroud isn't gonna be able to hide from him. He's always in the right place at the right time. TJ Watt's fucking nasty. I'm telling you. He's a
TJ
fucking,
Watt should just tell him, "Yo, you played better in high school than you do right now." He's gonna be like,
No, he's
"Oh."
lost all four.
Blah,
Bills.
blah.
Well, it was Jags, Brown. Wow, they lost to the Cleveland Browns. That sucks in 2021.
Yeah, they did.
And then the Chiefs and the Bills. They've injured. He didn't even play in the Buffalo Bills, and they lost anyway. So that's what I was saying. I'm like, I'm pretty sure TJ Watt's never won a fucking playoff.
No, he
game.
hasn't.
That's why when you said he won one, I was like, oh, I didn't.
I thought they had beat. I thought he was there the year. I thought they had beat Miami.
I'm still
Yeah,
taking the
yeah.
Texans.
That had to have been six.
You're still taking the Texans?
Um,
I'm confident in the Texans beating the Steelers.
what year was it?
CJ Stroud's a
Didn't
fucking
they-
blowout, bro. I'm
Didn't
telling
they
you.
beat the
I have-
Never know
I have-
which one's going to show
I have
up.
Oh, was that week
zero
17? It
confidence
might have been week
in the
17.
Texans' offense scoring any points.
You know what? And it doesn't really matter because all he does is have to just like throw it up kind of near Nico Collins, and he just happens to fucking be like, "I'm in the right spot, hi!" And he just
No,
takes
I think-
off with that motherfucker. I hate him.
I think
I
the-
don't hate him, but you know what I mean. Like he's just a pain in the ass. He's
I,
fast.
I just think the defense is going to keep the team in the game the whole time.
What was the year that
I don't know. I watched
wasn't
him
it
twice
the
this year.
Dolphins and the Steelers?
What year was that?
What
Which
was
one?
the year the Dolphins hung 70 on the Broncos?
23.
Wasn't that last year?
No, 2023, wasn't it?
Had to have been.
That was 2 years ago then.
Yeah, 23.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh no,
23.
it was Kansas City.
Yeah,
What was the-
September 24, 2023. 70-20.
No, there was another game. I thought that the Steelers beat the brakes off of the fucking Dolphins. Maybe I missed. Didn't the Steelers like concuss one of the Dolphins like third string quarterback one year in a playoff game, like on the first play of the game or like first quarter? Oh, it was 2016. That's what it was. Yeah, 30-12 at Pittsburgh.
Yeah, 18 points. That was
Yeah, it was the year before T.J. Watt got
yeah,
drafted.
that was the AFC wildcard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
18 points, 30-12.
Yeah, remember that when they fucking they smashed the fuck out? Was it Matt Moore? No, couldn't have been. What the hell? Who? I forget who was the starting quarterback for that game.
For what, the 2012 game?
For the Dolphins on
Tannehill?
was it Tannehill? Was it Tannehill that they killed? I forget. Anyway, I might have been Matt Moore. Maybe they just killed him or they killed somebody. Anyway, they killed somebody on the side. I remember there was a huge hit on the sideline. And they knocked somebody the fuck out. But anyway,
Matt Moore.
They did knock out Matt Moore.
It was Matt Moore. Miami Dolphins quarterback, 30-20 AFC wildcard playoff game to the Steelers in 2017.
Okay, so
January.
it was so they knocked him out late in the game.
Yeah. Moore was a backup quarterback inside because Tannehill was out due to a knee injury. Fucking Tannehill.
Got it. Yeah.
was
So
always-
they fucking murdered the Steelers murdered the Dolphins that day. So that was 16. So anyway, I thought T.J. Watt was a part of that team, which is my mistake. So anyway, there was a very long-winded way of us getting around that. Anyway, back to all right. So let's.
Just to say that DJ Watt's gonna play out of his tree, man. Just some
So
speculative
all right. So
bullshit,
we'll work backwards from Monday night because we just did the Texans and the Steelers. You're taking the Steelers.
I'm taking Steelers.
Texans.
You're going Texans. I'm gonna go Steelers upset special.
I'm gonna say Steelers, dude.
I'm
I don't know.
confident.
I
A-Rod's
don't.
not gonna lose at home there, bro. Like
I
with-
don't know why I want to. I want everything. Everything logically tells me to take the Texans.
You would want to play them, probably. Well, maybe not. That knocks out the number one defense.
And we
Which is
already
good for everybody.
listen, we already beat the Texans in their house.
Right.
If the Texans come to Mile High, I'm not worried about it.
That's where they would go.
No, it's gonna be. It's
Oh,
gonna,
no.
No, the Bills are gonna end up going to the Broncos.
Yeah, Bills will go to Broncos because Texans won't. Yeah, unless the Bills lose and then the Jags will. But
No,
No,
Jags would
no,
not.
no,
Jags
Jags
would
would
go to the
down.
Patriots.
I mean, yeah, they would go. If
And
well,
then we would get
unless the Jags. won.
So let's work backwards. So Sunday.
I
so
can't see the Chargers beating us.
I don't
working
think so.
backwards.
They're
Sunday,
so fucking injured.
Sunday night football. Chargers Patriots in Gillette 8:20. We got the big. This is the Sunday night game, boys.
8:30, man. It's like fuck off.
I love
Didn't you
it.
do earlier.
Yo, I'm telling you, you can get to that game on the Optum Lounge for less than like $400.
Yeah, it's 8:30. I can't do it.
You could get to the Optum.
I wouldn't want to go to that game. Not that
You
one.
could,
It's too
well,
late.
well, no, actually, it would be like less than $450. Because if you go on Game Time right now, the cheapest seat is like $212 up in the nosebleeds, and then you just walk to the Optum.
I'm not gonna
Lounge.
lie. I felt like you today because I was sitting at Faye's with Dad
Yeah.
having drinks, and
Oh,
and I was
Jesus.
and we were talking about. I was like, maybe I should go out to Denver for one of the playoff games. It's like maybe if they make it the AFC Championship, I'll go. And I actually started looking up flights. It was
Yeah.
like it wasn't bad. It was like $400 round trip from Providence.
Yeah, that's not too bad. $400 round trip, you're there. Then you just stay like at like the Hyatt Grand, because
Yeah.
that's probably that won't be where the Broncos are staying, obviously, but that'll be where whoever's staying is. So you see some people. It's always action there.
Yeah.
And then 16th Street's like right there, so you can go whoop it up and then go to the game, dude. And I mean, the game seats, if you're just going by yourself, like you could. Spend,
Well, I
like,
mean, it'd probably be me and the wife, but
yeah, it'd be like $1,500 for like banging seats for the both of you.
I don't even know if I need to spend money on banging seats. I could just sit in the nosebleeds and enjoy it.
Nah, you want to be.
I want to sit with the slums. You know what I mean? Like I want to be in the
No,
slums.
everybody's a slum. It doesn't fucking matter. You want to be able to see that game straight up close, motherfucker. Because
I
when
mean,
you get down there,
I know, but I've been close. I've had the best seats
not
there
in a
ought to
playoff
have,
game,
and
though.
I know, an AFC
How to
Championship
play
game.
at Mile High.
Yeah.
I would know. I've
yeah,
been to.
yeah, you
I've
know.
been to the greatest AFC Championship game in the last.
He gave Terrell Davis a
11
piggyback
fucking
ride.
years. Yeah, I almost did. I was like, "Yo, bro, just take a selfie with me." And he
Yeah,
was like,
Paul
nah,
was
bro.
Paul was there for the final chapter of Brady versus Manning, and what might be the greatest AFC Championship game ever played. But
Yeah,
nonetheless,
you want to be down there, dude.
Chargers Patriots Sunday night in Gillette. Listen, I think this game's gonna be a lot closer than people think.
I think it's going to be a close game, but
This is going to be a tough one and I think it's going to be a very tough game for the Patriots because, listen, the Patriots are going to be able to run. They're running the ball really well right now.
Yeah, Ramondre Stevenson's
But
nasty.
what I don't think, I think a lot of people are just assuming that because the Chargers are the Chargers and they're kind of the walking wounded, that they're going to roll over and die.
Nah.
I don't know if you've watched the Chargers the last couple of weeks. Like, listen, the Chargers decided intentionally to rest their starters against Denver because they wanted to play New England. That was part of the equation. Like, they didn't care if they were if they were like, we're fine being the 7th seed and going on the road to New England.
Yeah.
Basically is what they said. We're fine with that.
Herbert was playing good with his hurt hand, even like
He is
it's a beast.
he's incredible, dude. Like, he's
Oregon quarterbacks, bro.
the one thing I will say about this.
Oregon quarterbacks.
Yeah, I
the
did
one-
not see that coming either.
The one thing I will say about the Chargers and the Patriots that the Patriots have going for them, it's the Chargers.
Right.
And we all know Chargers gonna charge. And it could be 24 to fucking 3 at the half. And the Chargers will find a way to fucking fuck that up because that's what they do. They always do that. That's what their MO is. I don't care who the head coach is. I don't care who the running back is, the quarterback. Don't care about the players on the team. The Chargers will always find a way to blow a lead in a big spot in a playoff game and fucking ruin it for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So the Patriots
Accurate.
have that going for them. And that's a great thing.
And I'll tell you what, Gillette gets into it, man. That's a tough place to play.
It's not easy. It's going to be fucking cold. It's going to feel 30, 40 degrees colder than what it really is.
Like I said, it's like a 45-degree night. They're like, fuck.
It's 45. It's 45 on the temp, but it feels like it's 20.
We've been on some cold games, bro.
Man.
Remember that Houston Texans playoff game that we went to?
Yeah, with Brock
back in-
Osweiler.
Was that
16?
17? 17? Yeah. Well, it was in 17.
Right, yeah, January 17.
17.
16
Yeah, that
season.
was fucking freezing, dude.
Yeah.
There's, I think there's too many injuries. I do think it's going to be close. I
On
think
Chargers side.
I do think not John Harbaugh. I think Jim Harbaugh will do a good job coaching the team up. They'll be motivated to play, obviously, because it's it's still
It's a
a playoff
playoff
game.
game.
It's a playoff game, of course. But Herbert, broken hand. I know it's his left hand.
Still nasty.
But it hasn't really slowed him down.
No,
though.
he's actually kind of crazy with
I
it.
know it was like you look at his numbers. And I'll look at his numbers in the last couple
Dude,
of games,
Herbert's a fucking beast.
his numbers have been down the last few games, but he's also played the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. Well, he didn't play the Broncos, but he played the Houston Texans in one of those games. That was not exactly a fucking,
Number one
easy
defense.
defense to go up against.
I don't know.
Is Keenan Allen still playing?
Keenan Allen, yeah, but he needs
He's still a
surgery.
monster.
Yeah, but he's still fucking out there converting third downs at a rate you can measure by the minute, which is
Yeah.
super fucking annoying.
Don't
when
they
you're
have
playing against him.
McConkey too, right?
Lad.
Lad McConkey. He's
Fucking
been a
love me
fucking
some Lad
monster.
Mc-
He was
Okay.
very subdued this season, much from his rookie year.
Yeah, well, yeah, that sophomore slump. You know what I mean, or whatever. Couple, everybody's gonna have that.
They got
down
O'Marion
year,
Hampton back.
I just think the Chargers are a
He's
decent
back. I thought he
team.
tore his ACL. I thought he was
No,
done for the
Marion
year.
Hampton's back. He's played the last 2 weeks.
I thought he was done for the year.
No, he's back.
Didn't he go down with a non-contact injury against the Broncos in Week 3?
That's a rough one. That sucks.
No.
Who was that? Oh, that was somebody else. That was
That was
not
somebody
him.
else, but
Yeah, that
Marion
was not
Hampton,
him.
the running back, the rookie running back, is
Yeah,
back.
you're-
He's
I'm
been
sorry.
playing.
You're right. But yeah, I think this game is going to be much closer than people think.
I would say like a 24-21 game.
No, Marion Hampton is he was out Week 18,
He's fucked.
ankle injury.
Fucked.
He did not play.
No, but he's playing. Like he's back, but they
Oh, yeah.
listed him as an injury because they wanted to save him. But he's playing. They could designate him for yeah, whatever. He's an ankle injury, but he's 100% going to play. I don't know. I don't see the Patriots losing this game. Of course, I could be setting myself up for failure here and being a biased piece of
Yeah.
shit.
Well, no,
I
'cause-
I was very shocked to see a lot of money early on in the week, Monday morning, go to the Jaguars over the Bills as well. I think Bills are a surefire way to win that game. Like, you know,
I'm not taking the Jaguars in that.
neither
Fuck,
am
I
I.
don't give a fuck how good they are. It's the Bills.
I
bro.
just
Like,
feel to me it feels like a lock, and I know it's the playoffs. You can never say anything's a lock. It feels like the AFC to me locked. It's Texans, Bills, Patriots is a lock this weekend, and then for the NFC it feels locked that it's Rams, Eagles, Bears.
I would say so.
It feels like a lock to me.
Honestly, if the Jaguars end up bouncing the Bills in the first round like that, then I would honestly go to believe that the Jaguars are a pretty viable threat at this point.
Well, fucking Stephen A. this morning, Stephen A. Smith was like, "Oh, the Jaguars are my pick to beat everybody in the AFC in the Super Bowl
Oh,
contender."
knock it off.
But like he's just like,
I don't think they'll beat everybody, but they definitely come to play. If they can go and play, if they can sit there in a playoff game and host the Bills and beat them, and I know it's in Duval, whatever the fuck they like to say, that lame ass shit. I
Duval.
hate that.
Jesus.
And Trevor Lawrence has been like finally like coming through to like his college self,
Florida
where he just
man.
fucking dominated everything. The way that team's playing right now, they're going to be a viable threat if they can beat the Bills, honestly, because
he's finally who he's looking like he was in college. In college, he was
I
unbelievable.
could see them. Let's see, they would play the Patriots. I could see the Jags and the Patriots in the division round being a tough match for the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean,
if
listen,
they beat the Chargers, obviously. But
The Patriots in
Herbert-
the division round against anybody is a tough matchup for them.
Herbert
Yeah, that's
hasn't
gonna be
Herbert
tough.
hasn't thrown for many yards. His last 5 starts, he hasn't thrown for a ton of yardage. $151, $139, 210.
Yeah, it's
300 against Dallas, and then 236
Dallas?
against Houston. But he's still thrown 7 touchdowns in that span. So it's not like he's completely fucking forgot how to throw a football.
no, it's not that.
But my point is that I think, listen, the biggest thing, I think that people have to. Where the hell did he go?
Took a dump out the window.
Oh, Jesus Christ! He just scared the shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I turned around. I'm like, where the hell is he?
He's like, I'm out. I'm leaving.
I think what people need to remember, and this is
I
my
went to go
thing.
piss, but there's a whole bunch of shit in front of the window.
There's a bathroom downstairs. So you
I
can
don't
just
want to
use,
go all the way down
you can just use that. Anyway, well, if you do, I need a spruce, so it doesn't matter. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, my point is that with this Patriots game with the Chargers, right?
Yes.
Patriots fans are looking at this and they're treating this like they've treated every other Patriots playoff game that they've ever been in the last 20 years.
there. Right. Oh,
And let me issue a very stark warning to you overconfident,
Zealous.
you overzealous, arrogant Patriots fans. This is not Tom Brady and this is not Bill Belichick, okay? Jim Harbaugh is not going to look across the field and piss down his leg when he sees Mike Vrabel like he would have if it was Bill Belichick.
facts.
Justin Herbert is not going to look across the field and see Drake May and piss down his leg like he would have if it was Tom Brady. Okay? Not happening. So that aura of superiority that Patriots fans have because it's like, well, yeah, this is just the Patriots Invitational, bro. We got to win one of these, and we're on the championship Sunday, which in this case you got to win two.
Divisional.
In the divisional round, which, again, when was the last time the Patriots played a wild card weekend? 2009?
19.
Oh, 19, when Brady's last
Brady's
loss.
last game against the Titans.
Mike Vrabel, of all people. And before that, it was what, against the Baltimore Ravens in 09?
Yes,
When
and
T-Sis-
Ray Rice
Ray
fucking
Rice,
murdered
T-Sizzle
us.
murdered you guys. And before that, I think it was 05. Oh, no, 06. They played wild card
It was
weekend
06.
06.
That's right. That was that Todd Heap catch.
Ray Rice just beat the shit out of us. Don't even worry about the Todd Heap catch. Ray Rice just ran all over us that whole game.
Yeah, that was Sizzle had the strip sack,
Yeah.
and they handed it off to Ray Rice. He took it like 80 yards.
And Ray Rice, after that game, just beat the shit out of his wife.
Oh, I think the Todd Heap catch was like post 2010, maybe.
No, Todd Heap was pre-2010 because Todd Heap
so
was
it had to have
retired
been
by 2010. So.
Was it? Oh, so then it had to have been. I remember I was in New Hampshire for that game, and Todd Heap made a sick catch in it. Like I was like, oh fuck, like
Todd Heap was
Right?
he was gone. It was
No, he wasn't.
by 2010.
In 09?
I could be thinking of the wrong dude.
I
you
gotta
know
think-
me, bro. I don't fucking.
I mean, maybe he was still on the team, but he wasn't that effective. Was he that effective at that point? Maybe he was. Maybe I'm just
I just put Todd Heap. Todd Heap just turned 44 years old.
okay.
I'm just saying that's pretty.
Oh.
He's not that old.
When did he?
I'm looking it up.
How's he-
Relax.
Oh my God, you're so
He's so young.
slow.
Yeah,
He
he was still.
retired in 12.
Yeah, he's still on the team in 09.
Yeah, but he was in Arizona.
No, Baltimore.
Oh, Baltimore. He was till 2010.
Yeah, he played no.
I was like,
wow,
no.
9 years. He played there from. Oh, so this could have been an early catch. That
He was their number one starter. He had 600 yards receiving.
Yeah, he's on. That's what I mean. I remember being in New Hampshire and Todd Heap made a crazy.
He was
ass
Gucci
catch.
that year.
He had 600. Yeah, he had. He played 16 games in 9 and then.
Wow, he got a
13
fat
and
head.
10.
Holy shit!
Anyway,
God damn!
Wow, you got a fat head.
Look at this. Look how big his head is.
Yeah, Todd Heap was a beast, bro.
He was a man, bro. He was great.
Yeah, I'm not making fun of him. I'm saying that's a big dome.
But my whole thing is with this game is like Patriots fans are sleeping on this and they're acting like this is like a shoe-in.
I hate when you
Like
say
like they're
fucking New England Invitational. That just pissed me off.
like because they just think it's like, oh yeah, like
know.
yeah, like oh no, we're just like, bro, this ain't Belichick and Brady. This is a new era. You got some unproven teams, and not for nothing.
This is a new era.
But y'all are 1-2 against teams over 500 this year. Just so you know.
What?
You lost to Buffalo and Pittsburgh, and you beat Buffalo.
It took me a second. I was like, who the
So,
fuck? Never mind.
Because the Carolina Panthers
I
were not
know.
a 500 team, not above 500.
Right.
So the Patriots are not battle tested. They are not hardened. They have not played anybody. And again, we've
No
documented.
adversity.
They've had no adversity. So if the Chargers are able to come into Gillette
Smack him in the mouth.
and kind of punch him in the face early,
Give him the titties.
we're going to see how they're going to react real quick. And I'm not saying that the Chargers are a better team. Like I said, the number one thing the Patriots have going for them is that if the Chargers do come in and punch him in the mouth, it's still the Chargers, and they're going to find a way to charge
Right.
because that's what they do.
Right.
And
but
they're going to find a way to blow it. Now, me as a Broncos fan, I am hoping the Chargers win because I would love to see the Chargers in Denver in the divisional round because it's extremely tough to beat a team twice in 1 year. Sean Payton knows this. It's why Sean Payton has laid out a vanilla game plan basically for the last month of the season offensively. He's saving shit for the playoffs that you haven't seen yet, and that's going to come into play. But for the Patriots, from a Patriots standpoint, do not take these Chargers lightly. If I'm a Patriots fan, like I am not sitting here going like, "Oh yeah, this is
no,
gonna be."
this ain't the automatic old school dynasty that the Patriots
No.
used to have anymore, dude. And like you said, the Patriots haven't really played that many. You know, their strength of schedule really wasn't that bad. You know what I mean?
They were 1-2 against teams over 500.
How many teams did they play? That
Two.
Were five? That's it. That's all the other teams they played this year were sub 500 teams.
For the most part, yeah.
Jesus, they played
The
Dolphins,
NFC
Jets,
South.
Yeah.
They played the NFC South. The AFC East had nobody over 500 except Buffalo, who they were split with. They played the AFC North. Oh, I'm sorry. Did they? No, because Baltimore was not 500. They finished 8-9.
Did they?
They beat Baltimore, but they were 8-9,
Okay.
under 500.
Right, still under 500.
So
Oh, that's crazy.
Carolina was another one, 8-9.
Yep.
That was close. Other than that, no, they haven't played anybody. Atlanta, no. And that's the thing. Like, and Sean knows this better than anybody. But the Patriots are not without their weaknesses.
Cincinnati, no.
And I think this is kind of the whole theme of this year was that the AFC is wide open because no team is without their warts.
Big time.
Every single team you look at, you can kind of nitpick and be like, they got a defect here, defect there. They're not perfect here. They're not perfect there. There's no perfect team in the AFC. However, the teams that are going to be the best when push comes to shove, the teams with the best coaching. Okay, so sure, I'm going to give that to San Diego. I'm going to give that to Denver with Sean Payton, New England with Vrabel. Jacksonville's got a good coach.
Obviously,
Pittsburgh's got a great
McDermott-
coach.
McDermott's good.
Houston's got a great coach. I think coaching across the board, you're going to have to start splitting hairs, right? Like,
Right.
okay, Sean Payton, he's the only one with a Super Bowl title in the AFC
Right.
as a head coach right now in the playoffs. I'm sorry, Mike Tomlin too. So you
Yeah.
got two guys with Super
yeah,
Bowls.
Mike Tomlin.
Because let's see, Jacksonville, no. Vrabel, no. Buffalo, obviously, no.
McDermott, no.
Houston, no.
No.
And what was the other one? Who am I missing? The Chargers. No.
I think you said them.
Well, and Harbaugh's been to a Super Bowl, so he's kind of close.
Right.
But that being said, that experience that's going to come into effect over these next couple of weeks. Knowing how to coach your team through these situations deep into a playoff run is absolutely paramount. We talk about it all the time on the show. We know coaching fucking matters in the NFL.
Yes.
Now,
that's 90% of it.
I would say there are 7 good coaches in the AFC right now that got their teams in the playoffs. I think only 3 have been to a Super Bowl.
Right.
Only 2 have won it.
Yeah.
So-
well, yeah. Did that Harbaugh even go to a Super Bowl?
Yeah, against his brother in 2012.
yeah.
Oh,
Niners,
yeah,
Ravens,
that's
the
right.
Harbaugh.
He was on
Remember
that's right.
Kaepernick, lights went out.
Yup. Everything changed all of a sudden. Yep.
Kaepernick was like,
Hey,
wow.
you need that? I got a pass.
I do need one. I need it. I said it.
By
I
the
need
way,
it.
Kaepernick is still in shape in case anybody wants to sign him.
Oh, thank God for that. But Sean, give me your perspective on this game because, again, I have a bet with a guy I know.
Coworker.
He gave me the Chargers in 10 points,
Wow.
and I was like, yeah, I'll take that
Okay.
all day. Because again, I think a lot of people in New England still have this. They still have because the Brady Belichick dynasty is so recent that they just think that it's carrying over now. And not for nothing, but Vrabel's not a Belichick coaching tree guy. He didn't come from the Belichick coaching tree.
No, he didn't.
In fact, the Belichick coaching tree is fucking terrible. When you look around the league, it's awful. It's
I mean,
failed miserably.
I mean, if people want to say, well, he's taking some of Belichick's principles because he played under him, I'm like, yeah, but he didn't
No, he
learn
played
direct.
for him.
Yes, exactly. He didn't directly learn
Yeah,
under
no,
Belichick's
he didn't
coaching
coach
tree.
under him. He wasn't a Mangini, a McDaniels,
Correct.
fucking Brian, fucking
Flores.
no, I was gonna say Houston head coach with the butt chin.
Houston head coach with a butt chin.
Yeah.
Well, there's Romeo Crennel,
No,
Charlie Weiss.
Oh, no, offensive coordinator.
Fucking Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien, not Brian. Yeah. Oh, okay.
I
There's
thought
O'Brien in there. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought of everybody else but him.
Yeah,
You
Bill
like
O'Brien.
butt chin, and I'm like, who the fuck is butt chin? I thought of Charlie
Charlie Weiss. Yeah, no,
before
Charlie
that.
Weiss was great,
Notre Dame guy.
but again, failed in what? Him and
They all failed.
They all failed in their respective spots.
Romeo was pretty good in Cleveland though when he had his couple of years.
Yeah.
But no, my perspective is so he's giving you Chargers plus 10 points.
Yeah.
I'd fucking take that.
Absolutely. I think this is going to be a very close game.
I said 24-21.
Listen, not for nothing, but like Tier Tate and that Chargers front four, they got talent,
Yeah.
and I've seen it up close twice this year. I know this because they know how to play, and they're going to get after it, and Harbaugh is going to know how to coach it. I honestly believe that Harbaugh mailed it in against the Broncos, knowing they were going to play New England, and they've already been preparing for New England.
That's a possibility.
I mean, I'm sure that's what it is because these coaches, Sean, you and I know the margin of error in these games is 1 or 2 plays.
Also, these guys like to pick their spots too. They're like, we would probably match up better if we go to New England. Like that's a better matchup.
Of course. So
Yeah,
they're
that's-
looking at this San Diego they'll always be San Diego to me, but the Chargers,
should go
they
back.
are going to play the Patriots tougher than I think they've been played all year.
Well,
And
they should.
honestly, I will not be surprised if the Chargers come out of this victorious.
I mean, is it a possibility? Yeah.
I won't be surprised.
Oh no, it's the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised either.
And not for nothing, I'm just going to preface it with this: in the AFC right now, anybody can get got.
Sure.
There are no shoo-ins in this playoff.
Sure.
So it's not a knock on the Patriots. I'm not saying this because you're biased, whatever.
No,
you guys
no.
know my bias. You know how much I fucking hate New England.
No,
I
but-
hate the Patriots,
but-
and I hate everything about you.
Is
But-
there not to interject really quick, but is there going to be a little bit of we should have made the playoffs this year, But to go 13-4 and lose in the
Wild card
in the
round?
wild card round, is there a little bit of like, oh, okay, now you underperformed a little bit?
No, because you weren't supposed to win that many games to begin with.
Okay.
When I listened to the whole pick show earlier.
Yeah.
We topped them out at 11 wins.
Yeah, that's me.
We never talked about anything about 13, 14 win, nothing. They overachieved this year, and that's
Massive.
fine. And that's okay, and that's good because what did we say preseason? We said all I want to see is
Playoff. Make the playoffs.
a wild card berth and production and steps forward out of Drake May. Because that's the most important piece. We want to see production from the quarterback and
Yep.
maturity out of the quarterback, and we want to see him develop in a positive way.
Yep.
That was all you wanted out of this season. So anything beyond 10 wins and positive production out of positive development out of Drake May is already a bonus. So no, if the Patriots lose this game on Sunday night, no, thank you. I don't think that's a bad thing.
I just, me personally, I think they're too good. They're playing too well right now. They're playing too well offensively. They're playing too well defensively. I think they just match up really well with the Chargers as well. It feels like this is going to be a win for them.
They got home field.
I don't think it's a blowout though. I don't think it's going to be like you saw against the Jets, like you saw against the fucking Dolphins. Those teams were roll over and die teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People saw those the last 2 weeks and were just like, we're just coasting through teams at this point. It's like, come on, those are one-offs more than anything else. You know what I mean?
Playoffs a whole new season. Although I mean, honestly, like I could, with the way that the Patriots are playing right now and the speed that they have on that offense, I could see them getting some really solid ass plays and just like breaking away like 21-3, 21-0 kind of thing. Like
that speed's all fake. There's
I
no
don't
real
think
speed
so,
there.
man.
That's all Drake May just bombing the shit
and
out
you
of the
got
ball.
the chin on defense, bro. You got Christian Gonzalez, dude. Like,
The chin.
you ever seen?
So my
I know,
thing,
he's a
my,
fucking sharp
and-
kid.
I know that's Bill Cowher's thing, but he's got quite the chin on him. He's gonna fuck shit
and
up.
here's another thing.
No.
Another thing I want to say about this
Oregon
this
Duck.
Patriots Chargers matchup is that, yeah, Paulie, you said like, oh yeah, they're playing fast and they're playing and they got speed and like, yeah, listen, I love Trayvon Henderson. I wanted the Denver Broncos to take him. That was like,
Yeah, sure.
He was. I mean, we got RJ Harvey, and I'm not mad about it. But
Right.
Henderson was definitely up there for me.
He's
You know,
fast.
I wanted Drake May if we couldn't get Bo Nix.
His accuracy's crazy.
I love all that, but
May?
May.
Oh yeah, I love it.
my problem with the Patriots is, and you just said it, they played the Jets and the Dolphins that were rollover teams
To end the year.
to end the year, and everybody's talking about Drake May. Oh, he won the MVP because he threw 4 touchdowns against the Jets. And then Mitch Trubisky goes out and throws 4 touchdowns against the Jets the very next week.
MVP.
Like,
I think it's Matt Stafford
so,
at this point.
yeah, like again, and we'll talk about MVP in a minute, but yeah, don't sit here and fucking piss in my face and tell me it's raining. Okay, I'm not stupid. I've been around this game a long time now. I'm a seasoned vet. I've forgotten more than most of you motherfuckers will ever fucking learn.
Well-
and that's not me being arrogant. That's just the goddamn truth of the matter. So
Let's go with what former players actually think. They talked to the Bradys, they talked to the Gronks, they talked to Aqib Talibs. All 3 of them were like, it's Stafford. And the reason why they said Stafford, they said, listen, they said, if you're going to compare numbers to numbers, apples to apples, oranges to oranges, they
46 and 8.
Well, they said 46 touchdowns was 46 touchdowns. They said, dude, if someone has 46 touchdowns on a regular year, you're like, holy shit, he's almost thrown 50 touchdowns.
That's an insane
That's
number.
a crazy number of
Yeah,
touchdowns to
hitting
throw.
50.
40
50 is crazy.
anytime you hit the 40 number, you're in MVP consideration.
Right. What's the record?
55.
Exactly. Like
And what was Brady's best? 50. So if
Pushing
Stafford goes out and throws as many touchdowns as he did interceptions against the Atlanta Falcons a couple 2 weeks ago,
he's pushing
he might
second all time.
He might be tying Brady right now.
Right.
Yeah,
So he's
50,
pushing
51.
He's
yeah.
pushing second all time. So that's already that was Brady's kind of thing. Brady was like, hey, he has 46 touchdowns. Like that's insane
That's
record
nothing to
already by
spit
itself.
at. Like it's insane to me that he has 46 touchdowns and that we're even having a discussion about MVP.
The problem is that we're in a time frame now. People are now discrediting touchdowns. They're just like, well, everyone has touchdowns now.
No,
He
they
almost
don't.
got
Not
5,000.
46.
But think about it now. People are just like, oh, so what? Like It's almost like second nature now. People are like, oh, it's not that many.
Right, because Mahomes had that one year where he had, 50?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mahomes threw 50
And then
once.
never even came close to it. Or he might have come close to it one other year with 40-something, but
Yeah.
that was it. And he tanked. And not tanked, but went off.
Come back to the earth.
Yeah, regressed to the mean. Other than that, no, 40-plus touchdowns.
We did have
isn't-
that one friend that told us he was only going to go higher every year for the rest of his career.
That we did say he's only gonna get better from here.
He's in a few years he's going to throw 65, and we're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And now
They play the Jets every fucking game.
yeah, no shit, right?
You know how hard it is to throw 65 touchdowns? That's like
65. Peyton threw it in a short with one less game in the season, and nobody's even come close to that.
oh, we'll talk about one less game and counting stats too.
Oh yeah, with the yeah. I know
So
where you're
anyway,
going.
my whole thing with it. So Chargers, Patriots. I think this is gonna be a closer game than people think.
Sure.
I'm gonna say this: it's gonna be a closer game than New England fans think. Buckle up, Buttercup, because it's not going to be a blowout. It's not going to be a rout. It's not going to be.
I would take that 10
This
points.
is not Brady and Belichick. This is Vrabel and May, and you've never seen them play in a playoff game. So by automatically assuming that you're going to win this by 14-plus points going away, could it happen? Absolutely,
I
it
could
could.
see it. I could see it.
I could see Justin Herbert going out there and getting desperate and throwing a pick six to the wrong, throwing a touchdown to the wrong team.
I've seen that O-line collapse many times this year, and Justin scrambling, dude.
But
Oh, hell yeah.
But again, I don't think the Patriots right now. I don't think they're deep enough. First of all, to make it not to make a deep run,
Oh,
maybe
they're
to win,
deep, all right.
maybe to make a win wild card weekend, sure.
Right.
But to make a deep run, I don't think they have the depth on defense. I don't think they have the depth on offense. Their offensive line certainly could use some help. Although I think you are getting back
We already got back Will Campbell.
Will Campbell,
He played last week.
which, again, it really doesn't make a difference to me or not. But
Whatever.
cool. It's not a negative. Let's put it that way, right? It's certainly not going to be a negative.
I'll die for Drake May. I'm like, oh, calm fucking down, bro.
We're gonna get the trainer up there. 'cause
He's
he
the
looks like
second
shit.
coming, bro.
Dude,
Did you
that
see
was.
that video I sent you?
Oh my fucking
You
god!
saw the video I sent you, right? I was
Yeah.
like, have you seen these videos?
Yeah.
Like, have you watched any
I don't
of
think
these?
I don't think I replied to you, but I did fucking crack me up.
Yeah.
Did
I'm
you?
like,
Oh, I actually sent one to both you today. They asked Vrabel a question today, and they're like, "How do you keep your team like in the right mindset when you face teams that have basically given up?" And Vrabel chuckled, and he goes, "It's funny you say that." He goes, "Because during the last game against Miami, Diggsy, he calls him Diggsy. for whatever reason.
yeah.
He goes, Diggsy comes over and he's like, yo, you want me to go in the game and block at the end of the game? And he goes, he goes, I told him fuck off.
No, he goes. He said, I want you to go out. I want you to go and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he goes, it's the third quarter. We have 250 yards rushing, and you haven't given one block yet. And he goes, get the fuck out of here.
He's like, yeah, but I'm willing.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm willing.
They were
But-
all cracking up on the side.
But I thought that was really funny because Vrabel is just a player. And he's just like, yo, you haven't
Yeah.
done shit yet. And like, you think we need you now?
I want you to go out there and shut the fuck up.
So let's say, all right. So you both are picking. Are you picking
Well, I'm
the
picking
Patriots?
New England.
I'm going Chargers in the upset.
You have ducks on both sides, so you think about that.
Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to reluctantly pick the Patriots. I'm going to reluctantly pick the
I'm
Patriots.
gonna go New England.
I'm going to pick the
I am
Patriots
gonna
because I'm
go
going to
New
go.
England.
I'm going to go Pittsburgh in the upset special on Monday. I'm going to reluctantly pick New England to win on Sunday night. 4:30 game is
Bills, Jags.
Bills Jags.
No. Bills Jags is 1 p.m.
Oh, that's
on
the
Sunday.
what's the 4 o'clock game?
That's the
Eagles, Niners. No,
I just had it.
Wait, on the 10th?
on Sunday
The Sunday.
because we're working
On the
backwards
11th. 4:30. Eagles, Niners.
here. Eagles, the
4:30.
Niners.
Eagles, Niners. 4:30.
Unfortunately, I think the Niners' awesome season comes to an unceremoniously
Clock ends.
thud of an ending here in Philly.
Man, don't count out Brock Purdy. Bro.
I'm not counting out Brock Purdy. I'm certainly not counting out Kyle Shanahan.
Or Christ Mack.
Christ Mack is my boy, bro. He could very well be the MVP this year
I love
if
that
things
video
had gone
of
his
him
way.
on that podcast where his dad was like, "You're wearing jeans to school, huh? It's a little heavy on the legs, don't you think?" He's like, "It was sweatpants all football Sunday." You ever seen that? Like
Yeah.
the shit that he used to do,
Bro.
You ever seen that?
No.
Where like his dad like bred football into him down to like game
I love
days. You
my-
don't wear
my
jeans to
favorite-
school. You wear sweatpants because
My favorite Christian McCaffrey meme is the
Yeah.
That's crazy.
it's the one from that movie where it's like, yo, that white boy is killing us. And then Nirvana starts playing.
Yeah.
Load up on
Yeah, he's like, you go to pep
rally.
rallies. He's like, you don't jump, you don't shout, you don't scream, you don't exert energy. Like you conserve all that shit. Ed McCaffrey was a fucking nutbag, dude. I'll send you this video. I've seen it a couple times. It's like him on a podcast and the way that he's talking to how he grew up. Like, you don't eat this on certain days. You eat this. You don't wear jeans. You wear sweatpants.
It was like growing up with Bill Romanowski.
Yeah, like you don't go whooping up at pep rallies and shit and get all juiced up
You
and
don't
shit.
fucking
and
talk.
like, yeah, dude, like.
He was about that business.
There was other
He's
shit.
like, during the season, you break up with whoever you're with.
Yeah, there was crazy shit. Christian McCaffrey was talking about how he got brought up with Ed McCaffrey coaching
like,
him,
yo,
and
he's like,
now look at him, he's a fucking,
about that action.
Yeah,
bounce.
now he's a fucking future Hall of Famer.
No, I think unfortunately I'm gonna go Philly in this one. And I say unfortunately because I really love the Niners. Like they're basically Denver West with John Lynch, Shanahan, and a McCaffrey. You know,
Yeah,
as
I want
major
the
staples in that
Niners.
franchise right now. I love that team. I love the Niners. I love Brock Purdy. I would love nothing more than for Brock Purdy to win a Super Bowl as Mr. Irrelevant because I think that would be one of the coolest stories ever. Also, I think he had his opportunity and they blew it. Like, 2 years
you
ago.
never know, dude. The Niners have been in the Super Bowl,
The Niners.
4 times now in the last 10 years?
Twice.
It's
Well,
only-
No.
they were twice with
Jimmy?
once with Brock Purdy and twice with Jimmy Garoppolo. Once with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Once and twice.
once with Jimmy,
Twice. So they've been there twice. Once with Purdy, once with Garoppolo.
Oh, I thought
and
it
then
was
once with Cap.
That was twice.
That was way longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did I think
But during
they
this,
were
no,
in-
they lost. Yeah, because they lost with Jimmy Garoppolo to
So twice in the
in
last 6
Miami
years.
to the Chiefs in their first one.
Dude, I love watching videos of Niners fans like in their reactions of like liking Jimmy Garoppolo, and then years later being like, "What the fuck was wrong with us? He overthrew that guy by 20 yards."
The guy sucked.
Jimmy Garoppolo you always knew there was going to be the what the fuck was that Jimmy moment. Like
Right,
you always
right.
had that moment with him.
I think Brock Purdy's a different breed, man. That guy.
He
came
is,
in,
and I think Brock Purdy is, dude. He's tougher than a wet
He's
piece
a-
of
he
leather,
makes
bro. That
plays,
kid can
bro.
fucking.
He's
He's a tough son of a bitch,
Yeah.
and I love Brock Purdy, but
He's always got something to prove.
that Philly defense in Philly, bro, they ain't playing around. I think they're mad as fuck about how their season's gone so far, and I think they're about to get dialed in and focused.
They've
And
been there plenty of times
I'm
before.
I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles in that one.
Yeah, because let's see, Jalen Hurts. This will
Should
be
we
what
start
his third trip
recording
to the
these?
playoffs, fourth trip to the playoffs.
Who's?
Jalen Hurts,
Fourth.
fourth, right?
Yes.
Fourth trip to the playoffs with the same coach. Borderline the same guys in a core sense, and like I don't know, man. They're becoming like a battle tested seasoned team.
I feel
Philly,
like
I mean,
Philly.
yeah, Philly's they're warriors, bro. They know how to get it done. They've got
The
it.
Rams are. I mean,
I think it's so.
I
well,
think the other three are fucking frauds. I don't know about the Seahawks, but as far as like Panthers, Bears, and Packers go, like
yeah, the Seahawks. I don't know. I'm like I said earlier.
Sam
I'm still
Darnold's the
just-
quarterback.
I know. Like
That's what ruins it
that's
for me.
the only thing that I'm not sold on them. But I'm talking about like Panthers. Fuck that, they're out of there. And the Bears and the Packers, they ain't never been here. The weight of this whole thing's gonna crush
I
them.
don't trust the Bears at all.
No, this is up to the Eagles, Niners, and the Rams as far as I'm concerned for the NFC.
So we got the Eagles. So I got the Eagles beating the Niners. You going
I have
Eagles?
Eagles.
Eagles.
I'm going Niners.
You going Niners? All right. Buffalo, Jacksonville, 1:00 Sunday in
Bills.
Jacksonville.
Bills.
Duval.
Bills.
I can't pick against the Buffalo Bills.
I'm going Bills.
I can't pick him against the Buffalo Bills, but I'm going to. I'm going to pick the Jacksonville Jaguars because I think Trevor Lawrence right now and Jacksonville and Liam Cohen, they've got a certain swag about them that I don't think we have seen out of a Jacksonville team in a long time.
It's true.
And they're playing just kind of like almost, it feels like they're almost playing with house money
Yeah.
because they shouldn't be here. They shouldn't be hosting this game. They should have been on the road. They went into Denver. They beat Denver, even though that was a vanilla game plan from Denver again. Because, again, I believe Sean Payton knew he might see this team again down the road and didn't want to show his cards. But anyway,
All right.
I'm going Jacksonville in that upset.
You know what? If you're right with that, I will fucking die laughing.
Because I just think Buffalo's defense. Listen, Josh Allen can start doing Josh Allen shit, and they can win that game. And if that happens, like if Josh
that's been
Allen
the
starts
whole
doing
season.
if that's what right, but if Josh Allen starts doing what Josh Allen can do, like you're just along for the ride, and you're just like, please God, let us score, let us have the ball last so we can score last. Like that's kind of all it comes down
Josh,
to.
we need you to score 47 points this game.
Right.
Yeah.
Jacksonville's defense though has played pretty fucking good this year.
Yeah, they're solid. Man.
Offensively, they don't have like a lot of household names.
Jacoby.
Yeah,
on-
I'd say they got Myers.
You know what I mean? But they're playing really well, and Trevor Lawrence has been balling the fuck out. I'm going the Jags to upset the Bills,
Man, that would be
which I
something.
don't even know how that's an upset because it's in Jacksonville.
That would be an upset, though.
But it is. It is an upset. I'm going to go Jacksonville to pull off
Travis
the upset there.
Etienne's been playing pretty good too. I'm just
Dude.
Jacksonville's a good little team, dude. And not for nothing, I'm picking them kind of selfishly because I really want to see Jacksonville in the AFC Championship in Denver so we can bitch slap them in a rematch.
they got a 51.8% chance per ESPN analytics.
Oh, that's good. That means they have a 1.8% chance of winning that game. Like, that's all that says to me. Cool. So, and then Saturday night, 8 o'clock, Bears-Packers in She-Town.
I'm going Bears on that.
Yeah, it's Bears.
Bears.
It's got to be the Bears.
The Packers have nobody. Is Love even gonna play?
Yes, Love is playing.
Okay.
No, Love's playing for sure.
Like I'm not saying the
As
Packers
far as I
aren't a
know, I think Love is
decent
playing, but
team. Oh, good. I have Prime Video. Sweet.
Love is fucked up.
neither here nor there. Yeah, I'm going Chicago too.
Oh, I'm working that night.
Chicago shouldn't be there. I mean, Green Bay shouldn't even be here in the playoff
No,
race.
they're too hurt.
They're too banged up, and not because they weren't a good team 6 weeks ago. It's just unfortunately injuries.
Fate.
And yeah, fate was cruel to them. It did
Right.
not. It did not. The football gods did not smile upon the team that does nothing about winning Super Bowls.
Honestly, Caleb Williams is still playing pretty decent.
What color? There's a prop bet on that crazy app. Was it Kalashi or Polymarket?
Polymarket or Kalish.
What color is Nails gonna be on
Yeah.
that game
I'm
time?
watching him throughout the season. I've watched a few Bears games this season. I'm like, damn, like this motherfucker's doing it.
Bro, he's got arm talent. Like
Okay.
no one ever thought his talent
Yeah.
wasn't
But
real.
he's able to
His-
roll out and make plays. And
His
like,
arm is live, but if you go back and watch the final play of the Niners game,
Between
Yeah.
the ears.
and when the Niners just were like, they brought some pressure on him,
Yep,
and they were like, make a decision,
and he couldn't.
and he couldn't, and he froze,
Right.
and by the time he decided to make a decision, it was too late.
Right. Well, that happens, but I'm just
He
saying
is-
overall.
Unbelievably super talented, but between the ears he doesn't have it. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Well, yeah.
So, and then, all right, so I got the Bears. We both got Bears.
I think
All of us
that's the,
got
only,
Bears.
that's the only game we're
That's
all
the
unanimous.
Bears vote
No,
right
the
there.
Patriots were all unanimous.
Yeah, I took the
Oh
Patriots.
yeah, we all took
So
the
there's only two
Patriots.
games we're unanimous on.
All right, and then we've got Rams at Carolina.
Oh,
I think we're
actually,
all
no.
unanimous
Okay,
on this
3
one.
games we're all unanimous
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
Okay,
Rams.
yeah,
Rams.
Rams.
I'm like, no, I'm going Carolina. No, I'm not.
I'm going Matthew Stafford, who is going to be the MVP this year, contrary to popular belief.
No, I think it's going to be pretty. I think when the results come back, it's going to be like 70% say it's Matthew Stafford.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, he's gonna get a. He's gonna.
I
walk
think
away
I
with
think
this.
Drake May deservingly gets talked about enough because he deserves it because he's working with
But
not
why?
a lot.
Right.
What do you mean he's working with not a lot? Yeah, he's working with not a lot against playing fucking, like you just said, two teams that
No,
quit in the
but-
last 2 weeks of the
but-
season.
But those
And-
teams are dog shit anyway at the
Yeah,
end. That's
exactly.
why.
But you played those teams those are 4 year
But you take
fucking 13 wins.
you take Drake May out of the Patriots are not doing well.
You put Mac Jones on the Patriots, the Patriots are doing just fine.
I don't know about that.
If you put Mac Jones on the Patriots with Josh McDaniels, the Patriots are doing just fine.
I don't think we win 13 games. I'm being
All right,
honest
maybe
with
they
you.
only win 11.
I'll say 9 or 10. To
Well,
I'm just being honest
because
with you.
the last time Drake May was with, Mac Jones was with Josh McDaniels, they won 10 games. So
I will say 9 or 10 because trust me, there's been times where Drake May is like throwing the ball out of his mind. I'm like, I don't know how the fuck he's making these passes.
yeah, he's got a live arm
Yes.
like Caleb Williams, and he's played a JV schedule all year. And you
mean,
know this as well as I do.
Tennessee, New Orleans, and Cleveland. New Orleans, Tennessee, and Cleveland all in a row.
beat their brakes off those teams.
Yep.
Not
Yeah.
really.
And then look, they eked out a 1-point win against the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, and then they beat Tampa by only 5 points.
Yeah, I mean, and
Not
Tampa.
even a score.
and that was
then
the
the
beginning of-
Jets again.
That was
and
Jets the first time.
Like I said, they're
Jets and
they're
me.
1-2 against teams over 500 this year.
and then Joe
Cincinnati.
Burrow could have faced us, and he said no.
Which the funny thing is that they're 1-2 against teams over 500. The fact that they've only had an opportunity to play 3 games against teams over 500 is fucking alarming.
Yeah, they lost to Pittsburgh. They lost to Buffalo.
Oh,
They lost to Vegas. Damn, you guys should almost have fucking 2 losses this year. That's crazy.
And then they beat Buffalo. So they beat Buffalo
Yeah,
and
they
they
split
lost to
Buffalo, lost Pittsburgh and Vegas.
But they eked out a win against Buffalo in Buffalo. Then they blew a 21-point lead at home to Buffalo. So
Yeah.
color me if I'm not. Don't act surprised when I'm not overly confident in the Patriots going forward because they haven't been tested. They haven't
We'll
played
see.
anybody. And the teams they have played, the 2 teams they have played that were good, they have a losing record against.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I'm just saying, like, it's
winning
just
13 out of 14
you
games.
you can get to the playoffs, and that's all fine and well. But like, if you haven't been in some dark places and had to pull yourself out of some fires against some really good teams, like Denver was in Houston and they trailed the number 1 defense for a good majority of that game, and Bo Nix led them back and ended up beating them. Denver went on the road to Philadelphia, trailed Philadelphia, the defending champs, and that defense for a good majority of that game and beat them. We played Kansas City when Kansas City was still fucking good, 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, which feels like yesterday, and beat them. We played the Packers before they went to shit. Actually, we made the Packers go to shit. If you really want to go down that road, like we played good teams, Denver. And Denver's come back against them. No one scored 33 points in one quarter. Again, the Patriots scored 33 points against the Giants.
Mhm.
Denver just decided to wait till the fourth quarter to do it. So what does that tell you? If we'd actually applied that to the entire game, we could have scored 100 and whatever 20-something points against them. So, fuck you. But-
and Bo Nix only threw for less than 200 yards like 3 times this season.
And I'm not sitting here saying like whatever. It's not a
I
comparison.
mean Drake May, sorry.
Drake May's had a great year, but
Drake May only
there's
3 times he's only thrown for under 200 yards.
But there's no reason for Drake May to be in the MVP conversation right now. In fact, I could put Trevor Lawrence, Matthew Stafford, Christian McCaffrey, Josh Allen all above Drake May in the MVP conversation right now.
Right.
Like the fact that he's even being considered, like, and people are like seriously considering him for MVP. I'm like, what are you watching? Like, it was a 10-win turnaround, and I'm like, yeah, because of Mike Vrabel.
Turn around.
Like
Right.
this is basically the same roster that Gerard Mayo had last year, and then Mike Vrabel comes in and they win 10. They win 10 more games than they did last year. No shit. It's almost like if you give a good coach a competent quarterback and a decent roster, he can work miracles with it. It's amazing.
If we only had Vrabel last year, we could have avoided all this rebuilding. We could have been Super Bowl contenders this year.
Absolutely. If Mike Vrabel had been hired as the head coach instead of Gerard
Which was
Mayo,
possible.
and should have happened,
It should have.
I think right now we would probably be talking about the Patriots as the favorites in the AFC East, in the AFC.
Yeah, because we probably would have had better talent instead of what we have this year.
Maybe. Or at least the talent would be that much more developed.
Right.
So there's all that. That's why I think this time next year, we're going to be talking about the Patriots, the Broncos, and I would say probably
Jacksonville.
no. I feel like they're going to be one of the
One
someone's
and done.
going to fall off.
Buffalo. They're gonna fire if Buffalo loses, they're gonna fire McDermott, unless John Harbaugh goes there.
Fire McDermott, hire Harbaugh. I mean, that's a win-win for Buffalo. I think.
And then Harbaugh would be like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bench Josh Allen.
He pulls a Josh McDaniels, trades Josh Allen. All right, let's real quick before we wrap the show up, guys. Let's talk a little bit about the rec. So first of all, let's acknowledge Myles Garrett broke the sack record on Sunday.
Or did
Which-
he?
Oh, he did. Oh, he did. People are trying to say Joe Burrow laid down like Brett Favre. I'm like, no. Joe Burrow did not lay down like Brett Favre. Joe Burrow did not want to be the guy that plays in the division with Myles Garrett. That was the guy that got sacked. Like that was his final scalp that he got. No fucking way. Joe Burrow gave that up on purpose, like Brett Favre did to Michael Strahan to fuck Mark Gastineau.
No, the people are saying the way he fell down looked bad, but people also have to realize Joe Burrow's kind of a pussy.
He's protecting
He's
himself.
not trying to get hurt.
He's protecting himself. It's the last week of the season.
Kind
He's
of a-
also not trying to get fucking killed.
He's also a bitch.
And guess what? Myles Garrett, I think Myles Garrett was double teamed like 53% of the time this year.
For the last 3 games, it was like
Oh,
and
dude, I had him
still-
on fantasy, and I'm
No.
like, why are you not doing anything, dude?
Because they
Like,
weren't letting him.
no. For
Right.
the last 3 games, he was double teamed like 80% of the time.
And,
no
and
joke.
I noticed. I think it was it Buffalo that played them when Allen tweaked his shit. Yeah, Buffalo played him. Yeah. And they ran it opposite side every fucking time. Every play
Yep.
was to the opposite side of fucking Garrett, dude.
So props to Garrett for breaking the record because
Should have said racist.
I really do. I think honestly, it's one of my favorite records in sports.
Yeah.
Is the single season sack?
I would have
because
liked to have got about like 2 more, like 1 or 2 more,
Well,
just
it's
to
just-
really
it's-
solidify
it's
it.
so hard to achieve that. Like to get. I mean, think about it. You got to average almost 2 sacks a game.
Right, that's crazy.
That's
What'd
that.
you
You
get? What'd you
average
get?
a sack and a half, 23.
You got 23.
And you're one guy. And like I said, he was double teamed. I want to say 53% of the snaps this year,
For the whole year.
the whole year.
Right.
And he still managed to break the sack record. Like that is absolutely incredible. We crucified Myles Garrett for staying in Cleveland because he could have done this pretty much anywhere.
Deserved it.
And you know what? He deserves the notoriety or the lack thereof that he will forever get because he played in Cleveland and no one will ever remember it. They'll be like, oh yeah, I remember like nobody ever remembered Mark Gastineau because the Jets sucked, and they were like, well, they didn't do anything, they didn't win anything. Everybody remembered Strahan because, well, Strahan went on to win Super Bowls, and Strahan was like, he was a Super Bowl champion, and he was
He's got
great
the sack record.
he had the sack record, and of course it made sense.
He's on fucking Kelly in the morning. And shit.
Myles Garrett. No one's gonna remember Myles Garrett. I mean, we will because we're fans, but grand scheme of things, like, come on, dude. Like, you play for Cleveland. Like, nobody gives a shit.
Right.
That being said, did you guys have any issues with the Bengals having issues with all right, hold on. Let's just wait. What?
What happened?
Yeah, let's see if this works. Hold on. Joey Fats Radio, row 1C1.
Hey, you guys taking calls? You guys live still?
We're still live.
Guys, you guys are killing me. I thought I was going to hear different takes and the bullshit that we hear in the local station in here in Boston. I mean, this is the first time I'm checking in with you guys. I like the show. I mean, I used to have my
Appreciate
own podcast, and I love the fact that local guys do some take. But some of these takes, the guy from is that guy from Denver? Is he a Denver fan? Like, what's his deal?
Yes, he's not from
I'm
Denver.
not from
not
Denver,
from
but I'm
Denver.
a Denver fan, yeah.
So is he part of the show?
I'm the fucking host. I am the show.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just checking in. So all right. Is the show from Denver or from Boston?
No, we're from the South Coast.
Okay, cool. All right.
That's why we're
So
on New
here-
Bedford Guide.
Beautiful. Okay. I don't know how the hell you became a Denver fan, but that's okay. And Denver
Long
has a
story,
respectable-
funny story. I'll tell you all about it one time over some beers.
Excellent. Listen, the thing about the Drake May thing in the MVP, and I put a bunch of comments on there, but I don't think you guys could see it.
I'm
it's
not
on.
seeing. Yeah, I'm not seeing.
That's
many.
okay. Yeah, I don't know why they're not popping. Either way, Drake May, first of all, with the Mac Jones thing, I think is a hilarious take because Mac Jones not even close to what Drake May's abilities are. And I know that the schedule's a schedule, but if we're going to talk about coaching surpassing the playability of Drake May, we could say something about Bo Nix with Sean Payton. I think
Yeah, that's
Sean
why.
Payton
That's
is a-
why. That's well. I know this is your first time listening to the show, but if you listened to years past, the last 2 years, the reason why I said Bo Nix was going to be successful is because they married him with Sean Payton. Much the same way Pat Mahomes was successful because they married him to Andy Reid. The same way Tom Brady was successful because they married him to Bill Belichick. That's kind of the basis of having a above average to great quarterback is you have to have a above average to great head coach behind him.
And I agree with that. And that's unfortunately here in Boston, in New England, at the end, that wasn't the story when Tom decided to move on, because apparently Tom had done more than what Bill had done. And it goes to show what the media locally is talking about. They have nothing else to compare about with the Chargers game. So now they want to talk about coaching edges. You know what that tells me? There's nothing else to talk about because that Chargers team fucking blows. That team sucks.
I mean, listen,
right
I'm
now.
going to tell you right now, there's no one Chargers like the Chargers. And the Chargers will find a way to fuck this game up on Sunday. That's why I picked the Patriots.
They always do.
They always do. They were up. How many points were they up on the Jaguars 2 years ago? 24 points.
Right,
and
right.
they blew it.
And they always find a way to choke. So my thing is that the media just can't go with the fact that this game really shouldn't be really much of a challenge. I know it's playoff football, but this is the best situation that could happen to the Pats, other than them getting the number one, seed and having the bye week. So everyone knew that the Bills were not going to lay down against the stupid Jets because of the emotional situation in that field, their last time playing, whatever. I'm just saying that I think the take that I think you had about, well, you could put Mac Jones on this team, and when I don't think that's super accurate. I think Mac is what he is. He had a nice year his first year, and then I think he gets figured out, and then he wound up regressing significantly. And Drake May is a much better athlete. He's a better athlete than Tom Brady. He just doesn't have the brains like Tom. No one really does. So I wanted to just call in and just give a couple of different takes on that, because it's hard to even get real takes here locally. So I really appreciate you guys doing the show and taking the call, I guess. But so, yeah, I mean, some of the stuff I was hearing I kind of liked. Some of the stuff I thought was kind of funny and just a little egregious that I could kind of rebuttal against.
Well, that's why the
that's
phone
what
number's
we're
out
here-
there.
that's-
Yeah, hell
that's-
yeah.
That's why we're here,
But
bro.
wait, really quick. So,
Because
'cause
as far as I know, we are the only podcast in this whole hemisphere that takes live calls during our show.
But
Yeah,
wait,
when I had my own, it was hard to get people to call in because it takes a while to get a little bit of traction. We had our own number and
does.
stuff, and my buddy and I, we thought it had some kind of cool going. We were called Coming in Clutch, and I'm not calling to promote anything because we don't even have the
No,
show.
I was going to ask you what the name of your podcast was because
Yeah,
I
it
was
was
curious
called
about
Coming in Clutch, is what it was called.
I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, it was small. It was out of Fall River, Mass. And a buddy of mine had a show, like his own studio thing going. My friend and I did it for about a few years. You'd think we started actually right around.
Who was your
2019.
buddy?
Colby Torres. Colby.
Okay, that rings a bell.
Yeah, and he actually is a DJ Classic, and he's a good dude. So we always talk about sports.
Yeah,
and
okay. Now that's starting to ring a little bit of a bell.
Yeah,
I think I'd seen you guys a couple times.
Yeah,
Or heard you.
and
I forget. I can't remember. Yeah, but that rings a bell to me. Okay.
Yeah, so and we used to go on there for this reason, because we were sick and tired of the terrestrial radio stuff, kind of saying the same old, buying in, just having the same old crappy takes. And I had talked about, not to gotta go all over the place with my take, but I had been talking about how John Harbaugh's been overrated for a little while now.
oh God, we've said that for a while too. Yeah.
And everyone wants to praise the Harbaughs and John Harbaugh, and if you can't win with Lamar, I don't know what to tell you. And if you don't know that Lamar needs to be healthy with his legs and his arm, if he's not effective with this two-way game, he's not that effective.
Well, I can tell you right.
I think it's a little bit more than that with Lamar.
I'll put it to you this way: if I don't think there's a single coach in the entire world that can win a Super Bowl with Lamar.
I think Lamar has played his way out.
Yeah.
He
Well, there's
chokes.
a-
He freezes under
well,
pressure.
wait,
We've all
Because
seen
I
it.
always wanted that guy to win something. I thought he was a decent guy and a great athlete, but
Great,
I'm
phenomenal
regressing to my
athlete.
take.
Phenomenal athlete. Love everything about his game, except that when the lights get bright, he fades.
Well,
big
there
time.
was
He does.
there was a local reporter that came out. I was a local Baltimore reporter that came out a week and a half ago, and this was a guy that's deep seated in Baltimore, and he had a lot of information that I don't know how he came about, but he says, "Hey, listen, there is Baltimore player rules and then there's Lamar rules. They have to basically cater all their schedule to around
like
when
a Russell
Lamar,
Wilson type
yeah,
situation.
to around when Lamar wants to come in. He doesn't want to practice in the morning because he stays up late playing video games. He doesn't like doing this. He doesn't like being coached too hard. He doesn't like being disciplined. He likes doing this. And all of this came out, and they said it came out from internal sources, almost like internal coaches, and that everyone was
Right.
kind of frustrated by it.
Well, I'm not surprised because he's also a weird dude that wants to like advocate for himself, and you have that right in the NFL. But he almost didn't get paid, and that got all weird. A couple years ago, last year, whatever it was. I don't know. I've always wanted the guy to do better than what he is, and he is a magician when he's on right.
Oh,
But
trust me, when Lamar's doing his thing, Lamar's fun as fuck to watch.
he is, he's
The
really
problem is Lamar does his best work like week 9 on Monday Night Football,
right,
not in
right.
January.
Yep, and of course that cocksucker, fucking lost me my fantasy in the final because I benched his ass, and I put in fucking Bo Nix instead,
bad
and
hit.
I just needed Bo Nix, and I'm like, oh, this will be it, and I should have known that, divisional game, whatever it was, Sunday night, and he played just enough, and I would have won by 6 points, and instead I lost by like 18. So, and Bo Nix didn't even hit the projection. But the thing about Bo, I'm not as convinced with him. I think his gunslinger mentality, I think at some point might hurt him a little bit. He's the kind of guy that I've seen play significantly through the season because obviously.
Well, let me
Denver's
ask
been
you
a
this:
good team.
why do you think he's a gunslinger?
I think his erratical play, he'll go 3 quarters where he'll like make bad decisions, meaning he'll roll out, he'll try to improv a bit much, and he'll make one amazing play in that fourth quarter. That's like, wow, that was amazing. And I think he has 5 plays that leave much to be desired. I just don't know how sustainable that is in playoff football.
I have to disagree with you about Bo Nix's play because I've watched every single snap of his career this far, and a bunch when he was in Oregon because Paul, my brother over here, he's a big time Ducks fan.
Yeah.
And I've been watching Bo Nix for years now. My thing with Bo Nix is that I don't think it's been Bo Nix's play that's been hampering the Broncos' offense. I think there's been a myriad of other reasons why the Broncos' offense have not taken that like next step to that that high 20s, that like 25 plus average a game that you really kind of want to see out of your offense. And you're accustomed to seeing out of a Sean Payton offense. I think that's coming, but they don't have the talent around him. You got to remember they have an $85 million dead cap hit that's still hanging around their neck with Russell Wilson.
Right.
And
right.
they're running on. I mean, listen, Cortland Sutton is the only veteran receiver they have on the team. Everybody else
Franklin's
is like
young still.
Yeah, they're either second or first year guys. So that being
all that
being said, Bo Nix. I mean, do you know what Bo Nix's touchdown interception ratio is when the Broncos are trailing in games this year?
It's probably 2 to 1.
2 to 1.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, that's.
It is good. It is good.
No. I mean, 2 to 1 would be fine. It's actually 17 to 2. So Bo Nix has thrown 17 touchdowns to 2 interceptions when the Broncos are behind in games this year. What that tells me is that Bo Nix turns it up when he needs to, and they play when they have to get it done. Bo Nix gets it done. Bo Nix is probably outside of maybe Aaron Rodgers the best gamer left in this AFC field. Josh Allen. I'll give Josh Allen that edge too.
Well,
Third.
I'll tell you. I don't know. I mean, he might be a good game guy when it matters, but you know what? When you're playing against great teams, you may not have enough time and enough drives to come back and make the play happen.
No, you're right. And listen, I mean, trust me, this has been a point of contention in Denver all year. Is that how long can we keep living on this razor's edge where we're living on it? But we lived on this razor's edge in 2015 with Peyton when Peyton was not Peyton anymore. And
but he was still quite good though that year. He was phenomenal. That you guys were the best team that year.
They were the best defense. We were definitely not the best offense. Our offense was ass. But we had the best guy to check us into run games, into the proper plays. But that being here, neither here nor there.
Right.
This point of contention about Bo Nix, and I'll just say this about Bo is that Bo has done everything that Bo has had to do in order to be a 14-game winner and a number 1 seed in the AFC. That being said, when the game is on the line, I don't know that there's many quarterbacks, again, outside of Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen, that I would trust more than Bo Nix right now.
I think Drake can do it too.
I mean,
Drake,
I would say that I would like to.
I think he can.
Talent-wise, he has all the physical tools, the talent, and I don't think there's anything wrong with him. Sean can contest this. If we did not draft Bo Nix, Denver, I wanted Drake May. That was my 1 and 1A. Those are my top twos.
You were above us though.
Right.
And the thing, right? And the thing
But-
about Bo came out really late. I mean, the thing about him is that he was like, came out really late out of college. I'm not blaming him. He did have a crap ton of college experience, which could have
Sure.
helped him. What I see with him, I don't know if he's reading everything with first, second, third. I just feel like it's not there. He's moving around, and it just looks a little too improv for what I like in a quarterback. There's one thing to roll out and have a purpose, and sometimes I'm not sure if he's just rolling out because he wants to extend it because maybe things aren't working well in front of him. I just want to see more of him develop and maybe be a little bit more of a pocket guy when he has to be, a little bit more on the center when he has to
Oh,
be.
I mean,
think if
just
he does
go
that,
back-
he'll be phenomenal.
Just go back and watch the Green Bay. Go watch the tape of the Green Bay game. I mean, he threw from the pocket with Micah Parsons, bearing down on him almost. I think 80% of his completions came from the pocket that day.
And if he did that, I would imagine he probably played more of the kind of quarterback play that I liked.
Which,
I'm
I
not
mean,
saying even Drake's
I'm not saying that Bo's, that Bo is, he's elite at this point, but he is still a second-year quarterback
He is.
trying to
He's still a
grasp
young
the Sean
guy.
Payton offense. So
Oh, no doubt.
there's
No doubt.
going to be a learning curve, and Bo is. I don't think.
And as well as Drake, same thing.
Yeah, and I mean Drake Drake's rookie year. I mean, let's call it for what it is. It was a red shirt year because
doubt about it.
that team was fucking trash. They had no coach.
mean,
You know what I mean?
Look
Drake-
at yeah, of course it was.
I mean, they're lucky they didn't get
was
Drake
horrible.
killed. They didn't get Drake killed last year. They're lucky they didn't. You know, what I mean, he didn't suffer some sort of fucking catastrophic injury. All that being said, though, no, listen. I mean, Bo Nix is not. He has not lit it up, and this is my biggest problem. And you alluded to it earlier. You started Bo Nix in fantasy, and you're mad at Bo Nix because you started him in fantasy. That's all fine and well. I mean, I listen. I drafted Bo Nix and rolled with him as my quarterback all year in fantasy. There's a reason why I started. I started the season 3-1, and I finished fucking 3-11. But and Bo Nix probably had a lot to do with that. That being said, real fantasy numbers and stat numbers don't reflect always to wins. It's about what you do when it matters. If you go back and watch the Green Bay game, the Kansas City game, I won't even say the Eagles game. Let's go back to even the second Kansas City game when they took Sean Payton basically took the air out of the football and just said, "Don't make any mistakes. Let's just we're gonna run the ball.
Right.
Don't make mistakes. We're gonna take the air out of the football and we're gonna win this game fucking ugly." That's all, and that's what Denver's done all year, and that's their MO, and that's what
And you know what? And that's good coaching. And that's why, and I believe in the culture, which goes back to I do think that players do weigh a little bit more than coaching because players have to execute their plays. I don't care how good of a coach you are, whatever strategy you put on the board, those players have to make those actions and those come
Of
to
course.
life, right? I think we can all agree with that.
Absolutely.
I do think
Coaches
in
coach,
98
players
5,
play.
Yeah, and then year 5, the sports of an EEI tend to forget those things, and they get into these weird rants and these weird takes that.
Well, you got to
annoy
remember,
me.
EEI and those terrestrial radio shows, and this is why I started my own podcast because I got sick and fucking tired of waiting for one of those stations to
too.
tell me
Me
I
too,
was good enough to be on them, and I said fuck that shit because those are all manufactured takes. They have to manufacture shit for 4-hour shows 5 days a week.
Well, and
And-
it's fake callers too.
and that's
they
why-
screen the calls and have insane people go on first.
Right, exactly. And if you listen, and one of our big things on our show, and this is why I always start every show with this, for the most part, at least as of late, we are not a hot take show. We are not a Nick Wright, Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless type of show. We will say what we want to say, but we are not saying it with the intention of rage baiting you into calling in or commenting or whatever.
Oh no, of course.
We
No,
don't.
no, I can
We're
tell
not
that.
about that. Sean, me, Paul, Sean. We all watch the games every single Sunday. I eat, sleep, and breathe the NFL. This is what I fucking do. This has been my bread and butter. I've forgotten more than most people will ever learn about this fucking game. And I'm not saying that to toot my own horn. It's just the facts. But the bottom line is that we don't say this shit just to get a rise out of you. We say it because we mean it, and we say what our truth is. And if we believe it, we believe it. And if we're wrong, we'll say we're wrong. What did we say, in the beginning of the year? Accountability. That's the thing. When you're wrong, admit you were wrong. I was wrong about the Raiders, the Vikings. I was dead ass wrong about fucking who else was I dead ass wrong about earlier in the show? You can go back and listen to the beginning of the show.
No one thought there was going to be anything. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember what I picked the Seahawks to be, but I remember saying the Raiders were going to be better than people thought. Wrong.
I thought so too.
I thought
so-
I thought the Vikings were going to be in contention for the a number 1 seed in the NFC. Wrong.
And I think J.J. McCarthy was kind of just a little bit of fool's gold right now. I don't know if he's sustainable. We'll see. I mean, again, I'm willing to always give these players credit in time. I believe in process, and I will tell you my take on Drake May. I don't want to sound like I'm this Drake May aficionado. This has been my take about Drake May. I don't get too high on his highs, and I don't get too critical on his lows. If he has amazing games, I'm like, okay. He made some plays. He did great. Let's not lose our shit. And then when he really blows and he had some bad games, and he has red zone problems, picks, interceptions, fumbles, things like that, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to blast him either because I know the kid's like 23 years old. I will say, if I can just take a take with the Bills, I will tell you, I can't stand the Bills, and I think McDermott is the biggest waste in that team I've ever seen. I do like Josh, and I think Josh is generally a good human. But this thing about, and you guys have probably talked about, and I apologize, I'm going to be double tapping this. The thing about the Bills that goes up my ass is that they played almost every single team that the Pats played, and they don't have the division in their hands this year because of two major losses that they shouldn't have lost to, that the Pats won, which was Miami and Atlanta. You got to take care of those teams, and you did it in Atlanta. People are like, Atlanta. I remember these dopes over here in Boston. The Pats beat them by whatever it was, 7 points. Well, that Atlanta team, whatever it was, right?
They beat Atlanta by 1 point.
Yeah,
It was it was a missed extra point that they.
Exactly. Yeah, super short. Yep. And I said at the time, if the Pats go down to Atlanta, they might lose that game. I felt that way because the Atlanta defense looked pretty good because I had seen them play against.
They sacked Drake May 6 times in that game. So
wow, what's that many in that game? Shit.
Yeah. That D is legit. That D was legit, and they have one of the best offensive players in the planet. And Bijan, I think the guy's fantastic as a human, as a player. And that game was a tough game, and the Pats probably lose that game in Atlanta. Well, that Atlanta team beat the Bills, and they beat the Rams. So this thing about the Bills, about the Pats having the soft schedule, yeah, they do. And you play what you got. And what I like about soft, shitty schedules is you better pound the crap out of it and destroy that team. And that's what the Pats did the last 2 weeks. They've annihilated 80-20 ratio, whatever there was, a score, aggregately speaking. And that's what I want to see. I don't want to see a 24-27 game because these dopes, if the Pats beat Miami by 7 and beat the Jets by 3, they're going to make it as a fake win because it was such a close game. So which one do you want? Do you want to blow out a team because they suck, or do you want to keep it close? Like, what do you want?
So I want to win close games against good teams. That's what I want.
That's what I want to. But against crappy teams, which is what we're talking about, because the Pats apparently play a crappy schedule. Don't you want to see?
Historically, I think it's the worst. I think it's the lowest strength of schedule since 1978.
It's the third lowest ever, the third worst. And I think it's like the worst one since 1999 when the Rams won that year.
Okay, maybe it was that then. All right,
it was. I did hear the 1999 stat when the Rams won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that was
the greatest show on turf.
What I'm trying to say is that yes, the schedule was pathetically soft for whatever freaking reason because of how the stars lined up in the football gods. But
I mean, that's all it really comes down to because you can't predict whether the schedule's going to be tough or not. I mean, you can look at next year's teams and say, oh yeah, that schedule's going to be brutal, and then they
all suck.
Then they all suck, and it's like, oh well, that wasn't as bad as you thought. But I'll tell you right now, and I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Nelson.
So Nelson, Sean and I both predicted the Patriots. We both had the Patriots winning 10+ games this year.
I said 11.
I had 10 on the nose, and that was my bet on DraftKings at the time.
I think when we went through the schedule game by game, Sean and I both ended up with 11. I deducted it down to 10 because I said, they'll fuck up one of them.
Yeah, that was
and they didn't. They exceeded the expectations. So.
I agree.
But we were called assholes for predicting the Patriots to have 11 wins. And we're like, well, no, look at their schedule. There is 11 to 13 very winnable games on this schedule, even with the talent that they have.
Right.
And people thought we were crazy. And a lot of these same people that thought we were assholes for predicting the Patriots to win 11, 10+ games this year were the same people that were calling for Drake May. Oh, fuck him. He's a bust. Get rid of him. 1 year, fuck this guy. He sucks.
After the first 4 weeks of the season, which, as we all know, is an extension of preseason.
Yeah, you're right. The season doesn't start until October 1st anymore. So, but I'm just saying from last year, Sean, and you and I heard this a bunch.
Which was crazy
where people were like,
I love the kid.
Should we trade Drake May? Should we get rid of him and start over? And I'm like, what? I'm like, no. You had no head coach. You had no direction. You had nothing. give it. And then they hired Vrabel, and Sean and I. Well, Sean celebrated. I was
oh my God,
remorseful
I was so
because
excited.
I did not want Mike Vrabel to go to New England because I knew that was a good thing for the Patriots. And everybody who knows me knows I'd root for ISIS before I'd root for the Patriots. But that's just the way it is. And but I also acknowledge the fact that Mike Vrabel coming to New England was a great thing for the Patriots and their organization going forward.
Was.
And obviously they're the number 2 seed and fucking 13 wins. Like, what do we? What?
Right. And I think they're right in the fact that they lost against a crappy. Now we see a Raiders team week 1, which only won 2 games. One of those 2 being against the Pats, and then they lost to
Fluke
that
loss.
ridiculous.
It's a fluke loss. Throw it out.
Right.
It's a fluke.
Yep. And then they lost to the Steelers, who we know really isn't that great. You take those wins away, they have a ridiculously silly undefeated season like the 16-0 Pats of 07. Not comparing the two, I'm just saying you look in hindsight.
Right, but yeah, I mean, but they still blew a 21-point lead at home to Buffalo. You know, they.
No, all right, I want to talk about that. They did blow a 21-point lead, but they were up 24 to whatever against that fake Bills defense. So
that Bills defense is pretty.
That's a fake team, and Joey Bosa fucking blows. I know he made one play at the end, and the Pats were actually winning 31-28. They lost that game with James Cook going off, and they're very in the fourth quarter. So I look at that as, when did they take the lead? They took it very late in the game, and the Bills were in an uphill battle the whole time. But you're right. You got to take into consideration that the defense blew that game, no doubt about it.
But my thing is this, right? Is if you think the Bills they got a fake defense and they're only Josh Allen and Josh Allen, they're only going to go as Josh Allen goes. You got to remember that, like, there are 6 other teams in the playoffs now.
Yep.
That are 5 other teams in the playoffs now that are just as good, if not better, than the Bills.
Yeah.
And if the Patriots couldn't hold down a 21-point lead against the Bills, it kind of lends you to, it lets doubt creep in as it should. Because again, in this AFC playoff right now, anybody can get got. This is anybody's game. And
I feel like it.
Styles make fights.
I feel like the Steelers.
Minus the Chargers, I think. I think the Chargers are definitely just because they're limping in. I think.
If I'm going to eliminate 2 teams right now that can't win it, it's the Steelers and the Chargers.
Right.
And then the rest of the other 5 can battle it out.
Yeah, and then the NFC, it's just the Panthers.
Even though I did pick the Steelers in the upset over Houston on Monday night, but I don't think Steelers are going to. I still don't think the Steelers are going to win the Super Bowl based on that, though.
Right. Oh, I will say this. My general rule of thumb in football, I know you guys know quite a bit about football, and I appreciate the conversation. You guys taking my call and alluding to my crazy takes that I may be taking here tonight, is that you put up 28 points in general, about 7 points per quarter, you're generally going to win your football games. The Pats put up 31 points. Usually, right? The Pats put up 31 points against that Bills game, and much like the crazy anomaly of what happened in Week 1, I think that comeback game was kind of a weird anomaly that I don't think would happen in the playoffs. I don't think, because I think you would learn from that, knowing that you got a little bit healthy on defense. And I think this with the Bills. This is my Bills take. The Bills will win the championship and Super Bowl this year if Allen and Cook both have to have monster games. I think those 2 guys comparatively have to do well and put up 30-plus points every game for them to win it, which I don't think is feasible. But when one of those 2 guys gets taken away against a good team, they lose football games. That's what I think.
Well, if the Bills are scoring consistently over 30, 35 points every game, then there's a considerably good chance that they're gonna win and get to the Super Bowl. But you're asking the Buffalo defense to stop other teams from also scoring more than 30 points, and the Buffalo defense is just.
That's where I think Buffalo runs into a problem.
And I'm saying this as a devil's advocate. I want you guys to. I'm saying as a devil's advocate because all these Bill fans are coming out of nowhere now, and this Allentown queer shirt that they make to use the word queer, but like these Allentown shirts, like these guys are losing their minds. Like you've been hidden with your Marv Levy in your fucking Jim Kelly jersey for 30 years, and you had a window to really be great, and you had great moments, and because the other 3 teams are terrible, and you didn't win past the big one because I think McDermott fuzz douchebag sucks. I don't think the guy's good.
There's a guy in Dartmouth that has an O.J. Simpson jersey. He's a Buffalo fan.
well, Well,
I mean-
him and his tiny glove, then I guess can enjoy
Yo,
themselves.
hey, he's a legit Buffalo fan. He just wears the O.J. Simpson jersey for a reaction.
I mean, that's kind of
That's
baller. I'm not gonna
fantastic.
lie,
That's
but
fantastic.
I personally, if I was gonna go old school Buffalo, I'd go Darryl Talley because he was a fucking weirdo too, but he didn't kill anybody, so whatever.
He didn't
but,
kill anybody. Yeah.
But no, Nelson, I appreciate your call,
Yeah.
man. Thank
Yeah,
you for
hey,
chiming in, bro.
anytime. We're here.
We're here every Tuesday night.
When do you guys have your show? Is it once a week? Is it weekly? Is it daily?
Yeah, every Tuesday night.
Tuesdays.
Every Tuesday night. Okay, because I caught it on the Forever Reporter, so
Nice.
is where I saw it. So are you guys like in Massachusetts, or are you guys like you said in the South Coast or something?
No,
Or
we're
South-
north end New Bedford.
Yep.
Okay, all right, awesome. Yeah, it's
So,
pretty
yeah,
cool. Yeah,
this-
I had the show in Fall River too, but like I said, schedules and family and lives get in the way. But it's only been a
Trust me,
pretty
sure.
big sports junkie.
We've been doing this since 2013.
Oh, okay, you guys been around for a while. Well, dope.
So yeah, we had a pretty decent guest list that we've had on. We had Jarvis Green, Warren Moon.
Warren Moon's the best.
It's fantastic.
Who
It's
else do
pretty
we
cool.
have? Fucking
Schuster.
Jared Schuster,
Jared Schuster, Dana Barrows.
Dana Barrows. Yeah, we've had a couple guys on. So
My only highlight of my little show was we had Coach Will May.
Okay.
Willie May,
Yeah.
he was the reporter there for the Celtics for a while.
absolutely.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, yeah.
Shit, yeah, dude.
But that was kind of the extent of that. We had him on during the basketball runs, and we talked a lot of hoop, and we try to touch upon everything. I'm actually a soccer guy. It's my first sport because being a Portuguese guy, of course, my dad forced that down my throat.
Natural.
And then after that, I
Benfica
kinda,
for life.
yeah, oh, absolutely. I think my dad wears red underwear for 50 years now. So it's part of the. But anyway, I appreciate you guys taking my call and doing a little bit of football talk. It feels good to kind of talk publicly in some ways and kind of exchange some ideas. Appreciate
Nelson,
you.
appreciate it, man.
Hey,
Thanks,
Nelson.
man. Call in anytime, brother.
Next week,
All right,
next
man.
Tuesday, we'll be talking about the Patriots win.
Yeah.
That's what I hope. I'll tell you, if they lose the next two, I tell you right now, it's an epic fail. Could be looked at as an epic fail season if they lose the next two rounds. I think AFC
We'll
Championship
see.
game can go anywhere, but we'll see how things unravel.
We'll
All
see.
right. Nelson, thanks for the
Thanks,
call,
Nelson.
bud.
Take care.
Take
All
care.
right,
Later.
Later.
Take it. Later.
There it is.
It's good to get a new call.
Yeah,
I
it is.
like
It is
getting a new
nice.
caller.
I like getting new callers
Yes.
because again, Nelson he's got.
Thank God Nelson saw us on Fall River Reporter and not a New Bedford Guide. He'd be like, first of all, what the fuck were all those comments?
Right, you'd be like, who the fuck is this guy talking about his tiny dick and the
Jesus
comments?
Christ.
But no, I get where Nelson's coming from, and I hear his points. I get it. Again, I don't have a trust level with the Patriots yet. Like, it's gonna take a minute for me
It's still too new.
to fully trust Drake May and Mike Vrabel as like again, I still feel like people are still feeding off the Brady Belichick energy that they just assume like
It
Nelson,
was,
like and,
it was
and not for
20
nothing,
years of having it.
but what did he just leave us with? His last thought, right, was that anything less than the AFC Championship is an epic fail. I disagree with that.
But I said it. I said
Because-
it about 25 minutes ago.
I said it.
I said it. I said about 25 minutes ago. I said, are people going to feel bad or have that feeling? We just went 13-4. If we don't make it to at least the AFC Championship game, is there going to be that feeling of like an epic failure? I said, as well as we've gone, if we get to the divisional game, the season's a success.
Absolutely. Because again, I think the Patriots overachieved this year. They beat some teams on their schedule that, like, again, we had them losing to Cincinnati with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. We didn't know Joe Burrow wasn't going to play that game.
Yeah.
We had them
Losing to the Ravens. We didn't know
We
Lamar
had 'em
Jackson
losing-
was going to go,
right. We had them losing to the Ravens, which they should have lost that game to the Ravens. I mean, even without Lamar Jackson. But maybe that's why John Harbaugh's unemployed today. So who knows? But nonetheless.
We had him splitting with Miami because Miami generally we
Typically,
split with Miami.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like the only team I had Denver going. I think I had them 4-2 in the division because we were going to sweep the Raiders and then split with the Chargers and the Chiefs, because that's typically what you do. You sweep the Raiders because they're the garbage team, and much like the Jets in the East and whatever, and Paul's Colts. You know what I mean? Like I had us coming out of the gate. Which I went back and looked at the stats. Actually, I was so fucking close on an exact prediction of that Broncos Week 1 game against the Titans, stat-wise. I said that they were going to sack Cam Ward 6 or 7 times. They sacked him 6. And
6, 7.
the only thing that I didn't get that they didn't do was intercept Cam Ward twice, like I said they would.
Oh, speaking of interceptions, Jets 0 interceptions for the year.
Crazy,
Dude, that stat.
How does that even happen? How?
They asked what's his name? Oh, they didn't ask him. They told Rex Ryan about it, and Rex Ryan said that's maybe the most embarrassing stat he's ever heard in football.
Because how do you just not be in the vicinity of a tip ball?
He said old timers that wore leather helmets would accidentally catch balls that would pop up in the air.
Yeah.
And he goes, they had more interceptions after 2 weeks than the entire 17-game season for professional athletes.
I mean, that is the most Jets stat. The only thing that would make that stat more funny is if it were the Cleveland Browns or the Oakland Raiders.
Did you hear the Sauce Gardner stat?
Yeah.
Oh, about his winning record?
About he's Thanos.
Yeah.
He was 1-7 with the Jets, gets traded to the Colts, and becomes 1-7 with the Colts, and he's
Yep.
perfectly balanced.
Yep. I was like, you poor
Well,
bastard.
that's what he gets for requesting Sexy Red at training camp on Hard Knocks all those years ago.
Yep.
Oh,
Ski yee.
he did?
Although I sent Paul a remix of that song, like a techno remix of
Yeah.
it. Kind of fucking slaps.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Jesus
But it's
Christ.
because it's not her work or original work. I should
Somebody else's work.
Yeah. All right, let's leave it there, boys. We're running out of time, so let's get up
That
out of
was
here.
funny.
We covered all the games. We did all the good shit. So if our predictions are correct, we will have a divisional round of. Let's see. We will have the Jags are the 3. The Pittsburgh Steelers at Denver and the Jacksonville Jaguars at New England for the divisional round.
Well, for you, I didn't pick that.
For me, yeah.
Yeah,
What-
for you, I had different. I had Bills.
Oh,
winning.
you picked Buffalo.
Yeah, so I'd have Bills at Denver for you, and I'd have Houston at New England for me.
Yeah. All right. Guess we're different on
Eh.
that. Paul was on the same page as me then.
Yeah.
See? This is why I bring him around because I can always rely on him to have my back.
That's right.
But we'll see what happens. This time next week, we'll be back right here on the New Bedford Guide, the one, the only New Bedford Guide. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. This has been another episode of Row 1, Seat 1, Joey Fats Radio. For Plizzy and Mr. Betancourt, I am Joey Fats. This has been a delicious episode of just the best Tuesday night sports podcast you can possibly ever find. We'll be back 9 o'clock. I'm going to say 9 o'clock, Sean.
Yeah.
9 o'clock. We'll be
Yeah.
on next week, give or take.
Ish.
We'll be on when Sean gets here, usually around 9 o'clock.
I
Next
try.
Tuesday night, we'll cover all the wild card round. We'll get you prepped for the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. We'll be covering all the coaching carousel as well. And we are, as of today, boys, only 39 days away from the Daytona 500. So can't fucking wait for that, boy. Oh, baby.
It's dope.
It's like the Super Bowl, and then right into the Daytona 500. Best fucking week of the year. So we'll be back next Tuesday night, 9 o'clock. We'll see you all then. In terms of everything else, peace. Enjoy
Peace.
your evening.
Adios.
Right.